And we are live.
Yeah.
Depending on what it is.
No, we're not.
Oh, hi.
Stop your lying.
No,
Oh, hey.
I'm a DM. It's a part of my job to lie. I mean, what?
Okay,
That's also fair.
actually
I mean, Deception Master, Dungeon Master is kind of the same thing.
Yeah, DM, Deception Master.
This is true.
Right.
You guys haven't realized how much I've lied to you just on Monday.
You know
alone,
what?
so
It would
it's
probably
great.
be a good idea if I actually changed the stream title.
Zero, I just
Maybe.
assume
That would,
everything that you say to us on Monday is a lie.
Yeah, it says
That's
And there's
that's
somebody
fair.
waiting around every corner to shoot us.
Probably, yeah.
Everybody gets shot in
Angelo,
the back.
bro,
Thanks.
thanks for
Everyone
the
will get a
follow.
turn. Don't worry, everyone will get a turn. Right now, you're the target. Sorry. It's a nice
Did,
break from Raven.
Did the tweet go out?
Yes.
I don't.
Mhm.
Okay.
What episode
Go
are we
on
on?
Twitter.
This is 3, right?
3, episode 3.
Yeah, episode 3.
Yes.
Get off your bum and go on Twitter.
No,
It.
I like my links.
Don't help
to
him out,
to
Fox.
me.
No, don't help him out. He needs to work on this.
Sorry.
I refuse to become one of the fat people in floaty chairs in the future, okay?
Can I just have a floaty chair?
I mean, yeah, that would just be nice just to relax in.
So sorry for the delay. We ran into some difficulties. Had to take care of some stuff before, I started doing the thing today. So I was playing a little bit of catch up, trying to get everything up, but now it should say Withered Wastes on the title. There we go.
Yep.
So, how are you all?
I'm doing wonderful. No headaches today.
ready to play.
Yep.
So I have things ready for you.
Oh no, it's not things.
I'm ready for things and
Things,
stuff.
thingamajigs.
Can I
Stuff.
kill it?
Maybe. I mean, do you need
And
another
it
puppet?
kill us.
Maybe.
Yes.
Depends on how
Level
it's
2,
used.
yes.
That's fair.
Is there a child in the room? Can it kill us? Yes.
Most definitely.
Protect your shins, everybody.
But yeah, so last we left off a couple weeks ago, you all were able to get some information regarding the Jackdaw gang from one of the thugs that had previously tried to assault Joy outside of her tannery in the market district of the city. After some good cop, bad cop,
And
worst cop displays from some of the group members,
I don't know what you're talking about.
you found out that that the current secret hideout for the Jackdaw in the city was located underneath a gray warehouse in the skiff docks. Doing a bit of reconnaissance after being pretty much deputized by the head of the Market District Guard, you found your way inside the underground tunnels beneath the warehouse itself, where you came across a couple Jackdaw guards. After having the worst person possible try to lie their way through it, a fight broke out. You're able to easily subdue the 2 guards, though. Not much of a loss there. But while skulking about inside the main room of the hideout, you set off a trap that poisoned a couple of you for a little bit. And then more of the gang members arrived back to base. This time a life-threatening fight broke out as they were accompanied by a mutated sorcerer who seemed to have various forms of mold growing across their body. I'm sorry, it wasn't a sorcerer, it was a warlock, because they used Eldritch Blast. This warlock seemed to have it out for Callian, as she almost perished in a death grip of one of its tentacle based magical attack, which I just want to point out is from the new dark magic book that Kobold Press put out. It is a
Had
level
my
1
suspicions that's
it is
where
a
that came
level
from.
1 warlock spell.
Pretty rad.
That's nasty.
Totally fitting for warlocks too.
Yeah. Wizards could use it too. It's funny. But after subduing the guard or the other thugs and the warlock, you all find yourself still standing in this room looking about, wondering how to get past the set of double doors on the lower right side of the room. And before we stopped in our previous session, you began to hear a voice on the other side of the door calling out for help, demanding that you get them out of there. So,
Oh yeah.
yep.
Right.
So as we get into this, what are y'all doing?
I
With the bodies,
heard-
obviously.
Obviously heard the call for help, right?
Yes, you did hear the call from help.
So we haven't found any kind of lever or switch or button for
Except
that.
on the bear that we will
Yeah.
not touch.
I wasn't going for the bear. This time.
Yeah, there was a button. Nirix found a button for the bear to shut off the poison trap that was underneath its bottom jaw. And when she pressed it, it disabled the poison.
And pulling it activated the poison trap.
Well, not really pulling it, just like beginning to jostle it about, kind of just activated the trap.
Oops. I guess.
Bring up the map here since you
I'm
guys.
picking up my traps first. I'm recollecting those.
Okay.
So, does it? Snit?
You mean John Rambo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snit. Need your help.
Ugh. Tastes like dirty feet. What do you need?
Need to figure out how to open up that double door. Someone inside.
Oh, okay. So I'll walk up to the door and investigate, I guess.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation roll.
Which die?
Can I assist?
Yeah, you can assist him.
Or advantage?
Yeah, for advantage. Oh wait, I need to put Zelark on.
Well, where the hell have you been this whole battle?
Give me a moment.
Hiding.
I need to grab
Lance?
Billy Mays here. Yeah, so Zelark wanders in as Snit begins to look at the door, and he just comes on over and just like begins to look over his shoulder to see what he's doing.
23?
Where did the
23?
spoon seller come from?
23. The door
With a
seems
19
to
on
be extremely. Not extremely. It seems to be a very well made mechanical lock. To the point to where it's out of your skill range to pick, but judging from the gears and mechanisms that are attached to it, there's probably some sort of lever or button somewhere in the vicinity that unlocks that door.
Oh, that's what we were looking for beforehand,
Mhm.
but
doesn't-
we couldn't explore that much because of the toxin.
It doesn't look
Yeah.
like a key. It looks like a.
It looks
lever
like
switch
it
operated.
looks like it's operated by some sort of release.
Okay, so
I remember
guys, we're looking for like a lever or a switch because that's the only way we're gonna open this door.
Yeah, I was looking for that earlier. It's not under the table. I can tell you that.
Okay.
I don't think it's by the barrels. I think we searched the barrels.
You did search the barrels.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna do a general investigation to try to find
Okay.
the lever or switch.
So if anybody is going to be if anybody else is wanting to look for the switch as well, go ahead and give
I
me
do.
investigation rolls.
And you
Yeah.
said we haven't gotten a rest.
You
right?
have not
So
gotten a
No.
rest. No.
I can't use.
I
Other
was
tricks
actually
up my
gonna.
sleeve.
I was actually gonna look at the big bad statuette of Moss to see if anything did not turn into Moss.
13.
16.
21 investigation on that.
21.
Yeah.
All right, so Snit, you begin to walk around the room, kind of like every now and then sniffing into the air. And just for whatever reason, you think, I'm going to climb on this table. So when you climb up on the table, you begin to look around. You're pretty much right in line view of the bear's mouth. And you notice that one of the teeth is discolored. Well, while all the other teeth are like this off-white, this is more of like a sickly green, and it's kind of out of place.
Somebody needs to brush their teeth. I'll float over, investigate it, make sure that if I touch it, I won't set off another trap of some sort.
You know the trap itself has been deactivated.
Okay, so I'll push it, flick it, whatever it is.
And
needs to do.
when you flick it, there's a click, and you begin to hear like a couple gears spinning up, and the door off to the side that was previously unlocked swings open.
Real quick, do I see like where the poison may have actually come from? Like if
The bear's mouth. You see it. You see.
Like,
You
if
see.
there's canisters or something of poison.
All you see. All you see is in the back of the bear's throat. There's a vent.
Uh-huh. We'll get back to that later.
Raichu, you said you were going to investigate the moss lady.
Yeah, the Moss Lady statue that she is, and see if there might be anything that we can get from her. Anything that didn't turn into Moss.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation roll.
I'm gonna look at her too, but I'd like to analyze her like medically.
Okay,
Just
so you could go ahead. You could go ahead and give me a medicine check then.
Okay.
16 minus 1 is 15.
Okay.
17 for medicine.
17 for medicine. Okay, so both of you are going to take 4 points of cold damage. As
Oof.
when you begin to examine it, you just feel the warmth being pulling from your body.
How much was that for?
4 points of cold damage.
Oof.
Don't touch. Ow.
Though you don't really find anything on her because she's been completely cover overed and then like hardened by the moss. So now she's just this moss statuette.
I will
So-
immediately back away.
Why is Syrah and Minako? same
Miniko
person?
was actually back by.
No, I mean on the cameras. Give me a second. Like
Mm.
Kiara's showing up in two places instead of it looks like the cameras got messed up.
So nice. You want to see her twice?
Oh yeah, I'm in there twice. It's weird.
Give me a second. But while I'm doing this, Syra, you on your medicine check identify that the mold that is covering her body now is brown mold.
Okay, do I know anything about brown mold specifically?
It's one of the more dangerous molds to come across. They're normally found like hiding out in damp corners of dungeons, and it rips heat out of any source that gets too close to it. Like if you were to put a torch next to it, it would rip the heat out of the torch and extinguish it. Anything that's touching it feels just as it's having its body heat pulled away.
Okay.
And you do know like as it begins to pull heat from people or items, it begins to spread.
Do I feel any of that on us? Like
No. Like it'll spread on the ground.
Okay.
It's like you notice the back wall, like after you've touched it, the back wall, where it's up against, it's starting to spread out a bit.
Okay, I'm gonna back up. Everyone, kind of keep your distance from her. She's got some really bad mold all over her. It's gonna keep spreading and suck the life and heat out of pretty much everything. So keep your distance.
Very disturbing. Very, very disturbing.
Yeah, not a good mold. I don't like it.
That door's open, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna go in and investigate.
All right, so
I have my bow drawn, and I'll go into.
okay, who's so do you want to move your characters in if you're moving into this?
Yeah, just kind of avoid everything. Just kind of stay by the wall here, though.
All right. So as you walk in, you notice you notice that off to the left-hand side of the room, there is a small alchemical forge, maybe, that has dying embers into the center of it, and then a large table that's got various vials and books open and strewn across it. On the far right-hand wall, you notice that there are several small cages lined up, and in one of them there is a halfling woman who is constantly trying to shoulder bash her way through it, every now and then giving a grunt. And as soon as she sees the door open and everyone walk in, she kind of like quickly glances around at everyone. You ain't one of them Jackdaw jackasses, are you?
No, we just
Good.
dispatched
Get me
them.
out.
Do you have a key? Was there a key around here?
She kind of just like gives you like a very really look. You say,
Sorry.
If I had a key, do you think I'd be in here?
Well, I'm asking if there's a keyhole. Or is it actually like one of those things you just lift the damn thing? I don't know.
She
Like a
just
lock as
she
opposed
reaches
to
out
a
and
keyhole?
she taps the keyhole.
Okay, I can see now. Thank you.
While that's happening, I want to investigate the journals on the table.
Okay.
I'm gonna approach the cage. So, how'd you get in there?
I was captured.
Why? What happened?
She kind of like gives a very defeated sigh and she leans against the wall. I don't know why. Probably to make me drink some of that disgusting crap on the table over there. So they did to the other one here before they got out.
Let me go look at that. I'm gonna.
Was it a rat person?
No, it was a human. Rat person.
Can I describe the person that we saw that turned back into a human to her? That person?
Yeah.
19 on investigation to see if it's trapped at all.
The cage, the cells itself are not trapped. I honestly didn't really get a look at them. All I know is they were human.
Oh. Well,
Right.
and what does she look like?
She's this short halfling woman with almost like a chestnut brown hair with like in a pixie cut. And given from like the way that she's dressed and everything, minus any weaponry or anything, it looks like she herself is an adventurer.
Do you have a name?
Yeah.
May I know it?
Let's get to know each other a little bit better before that. You just wandered on into a place of my captivity.
Hi, I'm sorry.
Fair.
I walk up next to Snit and tap the shoulder with a set of lockpicks.
I rolled a nat 20 for a 24 on investigation, by the way, on that table.
Okay.
Nice.
We
There's some liquid over here. Could you check that out too?
You can do that.
Just don't drink it, okay?
we
Oh, from what I've seen, I don't think I want to.
Are we good letting her out or what?
Yes, please.
Can
Okay.
I insight check what she's been saying? to see since if she's trying any deception?
I can tell you right now that she's not trying to deceive you. She's more annoyed that she's being hit with 20 questions while imprisoned.
So, Wiz, was that handing off of lockpicks in an attempt to aid with the?
Yeah. I'm guessing you're standing in front of the actual lock itself.
Yeah.
So it's more of a here.
So,
Callie, can you just check those bodies in case there is a key, in case this doesn't go well?
Just
Yeah, I
don't be
suppose
close to
I
the
can.
holy one.
Yeah, I don't want to be close to her again. That was not fun.
No, that's
it's the moldy witch here.
She's dead.
Yeah, Deadski.
Oh, good. That's
Don't go near the body, though.
That's the
It's
one who
bad.
locked me up in here.
Hmm.
Yeah, she was weird.
30, 20 sleight of hand for
Just you put in the lockpick, and it takes maybe about 2 seconds to just pop it. And you kind of get really disappointed as you know this was just a crappily made lock. Like probably a well-timed blow on your side probably would have just broken the tumblers.
Damn it! Nothing's a challenge anymore.
Wait till you're level 10.
And the cage slides open, and she just very roughly pushes past Snit and just begins to make her way out.
Well, excuse me.
Hey.
Hey, you're welcome.
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
get
thank
help
you.
each other. Hey.
What about that name, friend?
As she leaves, I try to grab her by like the back of her collar.
Okay.
So would it be?
That would be just a straight up strength competition.
Okay. Oh God.
The thing all of us lack.
I miss my grappler feet. Whoa, I'm the strongest of all of us. Okay.
I have a 10.
You and I both have modifiers.
I
Yours is
have a
positive,
12.
mine is negative.
Or 13.
They're still modifiers.
It's still, yeah.
Roll the 10, Rudgen.
You rolled a 10. Okay, so you reach out and you grab her by the shoulder, and she just stops and closes her eyes and just exhales. And the next moment, you know, she grabs you by the wrist, and everyone just sees her begin to flip up on top of Minako, and she takes her down onto the ground into an armbar.
Huh.
Oh,
That's why
that
you
was
don't underestimate.
really talented right there.
Yeah, that's why you don't
could learn something
underestimate
from
tiny
that.
things.
Are we going to keep our hands to ourselves now?
Well, could you just stay and
Yeah.
talk to us for a
Yeah.
minute?
Don't run off.
Can we? And I
Look.
turn to her. It's like, can we at least escort you out, since you are unarmed and all?
Well, I'm only unarmed because this one decided to get its grubby claws all over me.
Not like she took her weapons from you or anything, but
And she lets Mina go, and she gets up and dusts herself off, and she begins to walk over to the barrels, and she begins to like look around them.
Careful not too close to the mold lady.
Nearix,
Also, don't touch the bear head.
on the natural 20 that you got on the table. Strewn across it, you notice that there are 4 books. One of which is wide open, and it looks to be detailed research notes. And you see, as you begin to flip through that, you find one page that kind of disturbs you, because it's an alchemical formula that appears to be the bastardization of a blood hunter formula for like the rights that they take once you hit level 3.
What's that look about, Nirix? You okay? What is this?
yeah, it's pretty much what I predicted before with that were-rat. They're trying to either artificially make or force these people to turn into blood hunters.
Like you?
Yeah, but there's a ritual behind it, and if it's being forced or altered, it's not good. There's a reason why it is the way it is.
I
So,
mean, yeah, that's the whole reason why Dad took you away all those years ago, right?
yeah, that's why this is not good. This is. Does it give a list of what the ingredients entail?
Yeah, and from what you can tell, it's a bastardization of the Order of the Lichen ritual.
Okay. Is one of them involving a specific type of blood from a certain animal?
No, the blood is missing.
Is that why we remember those guys that had like the sacks of blood on them or whatever, and we thought were pockets of blood, and they were like collecting it or something?
Yeah, this isn't particularly my order, but
Well, of course not.
they're trying to turn them into creatures forcibly, and I think they're trying to perfect it outside of an actual order, but it doesn't say anything in here if it's from someone who's maybe from the order specifically, just maybe someone snagged it.
Like, you notice that like this book is almost completely full of research notes. So if you were to take time to sit down and begin to read through them, it may provide a little bit of insight as to what's going on.
And I planned on taking it, so
yeah, the other
I'm
three
definitely grabbing
books.
this.
The other three books. One was a just to see. It seems to be a book that one would read in their off time. Nothing too grand. It looks to be a political drama. The other one seems to be the Warlock's personal journal. And then, funny enough, a spell book.
I take everything but the political book.
Okay.
Because I give no shits about that.
Oh, books, that's good.
You said there's a political one?
Yeah, just Callie or you or someone.
I'll
want
take it. I'll
Okay.
take it. Just kind of put that. Oh, how big is the book?
It's a normal size book.
Wouldn't fit in a pouch.
Not a pouch, but a backpack.
I don't have that, so I'll just carry it.
Looking for tools.
And then on, on the table as well, you notice that there are 3 empty vials, and then another one that has this very thick, dark red liquid inside of it, and it's got a stopper placed in it as well.
That wouldn't happen to be that one liquid Ash made that made everyone's life disappear within like a 1 mile radius.
This is
Okay.
not a potion of mass insanguination.
Okay.
Oof.
Whoopsie. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm definitely taking all of this. And if I see any if there's any other empty vials or flasks, I'll definitely take those.
Yeah, there's 3 of them.
Okay. And if everything else looks like it's just like random ingredients or whatever, I'm just gonna smash them all.
Okay, so you just start breaking the table and kicking over the makeshift furnace and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just get rid of it.
Whoa! I was looking for tools first.
Rosian,
Mm-hmm.
was that secret passageway that they all popped out of still open?
No, it's shut, but the mold has started to like grow over it.
Fair enough. I'm just gonna poke my head out and notice that I'm guessing she's getting a drink of ale.
No, she's looking around the barrels and everything. She's like, I know. She kind of like knocks on a couple of them.
Sarah's gonna come over here and like look out the door, like listen at the door. Is it open over here or what's going on over here?
Yeah, that door is still open. And when you walk out, you notice that there's the headless body of one of the guards.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah, because remember when I walked in and started making stupid noises with the head?
Well, I'm just gonna stand here, guys, and listen for things. So Cyrus is just actively listening for anyone that might be coming from that direction.
Okay.
17 on investigation to find any like useful tools or anything that I might
Not
be able
re-
to grab and take.
Not really.
All right.
Nothing really useful, especially after Nerix decided she was gonna Hulk smash everything.
I said I was looking for tools before she said any of that stuff. So
Nothing that would
I was
qualify
reading the
as a
book little
tool.
bit. You're a tool.
I walk up behind the halfling chick and just like, is there anything you need help looking for?
And she kind of looks over at you and she gives one last knock and she stops and she grins. No, I've got this.
All right.
And
All you have to do
you
is
just see like her expression change as like the muscles around her neck begin to bulge out. She grabs the bottom of the keg and just chucks it across the room.
Oh.
And as she does, you notice that underneath the keg is like some like what appears to be false flooring, and she just punches down onto it and just collapses it in. And she reaches down and she pulls out this great sword and she just puts it on her back.
I will look in the hole, see if there's anything else.
Give me an investigation roll.
19.
19. You see there's like a couple electrum down there as well.
And pocket.
Give me a sleight of hand roll.
That smell the electrum in the air.
Yep. And like as you reach down, she just clamps down on your wrists and she looks over at you. You wouldn't be thinking of taking my money now.
Oh, of course not. I was helping pick it up for you.
I don't need help.
All right. And then I take a step back.
She reaches down, she just scoops up the coins and just shoves them into her pocket.
I will loot the other bodies and look specifically for money.
All right, give me investigation rolls. Or just give me one investigation roll, and I'll tell you what you find on the bodies.
Okay. That is a 19.
A 19? So,
Out, like, you guys should check under the other barrels too.
in total, you find about 15 electrum.
Okay. Every little bit helps.
And then their scimitars and longbows.
I can sell those.
I was gonna say, so for
Mhm.
coin.
Good
Okay.
investment. Query. No one's touched their sashes yet, right?
No, the sashes are still on them.
I'll take whatever sashes aren't on the lady, and just pocket those, and I have an idea for them.
Funny enough, she doesn't have a red sash on her.
Leader don't need one.
Leader's well known. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I'll just take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sashes.
Okay.
I got an idea.
Yeah, because I think only 3 of us, 3 or 4 of us
Yeah.
already have some for when we were infiltrating.
Yeah, I have the first 5 that we got, and then I get the 6 from here. So I have 11 sashes. I have an idea.
Okay.
While all this is going on, I want to go back to that bear head and see if there's. I want to see if there's canisters of poison or anything like that I might be able to reach and get my hands on, or if it's just out, not
Like-
able to be done.
Wait, you're trying to take the teeth out of the bear?
No, can't. Like you said, poison came out of the mouth. I want the source of the poison.
So you noticed when you originally looked into the bear's mouth that there was a vent in the back of its throat, meaning it's not really coming from the bear head itself. The bear head is just being used as like a delivery device. So wherever this poison is coming from, it's somewhere in the wall.
Yeah, so if it looks like something I might be able to get to, I want to investigate that and see if I can get to it.
Not from the bear head, you wouldn't be able to.
Oh, okay.
Did you notice anything in the big thing of water while you were sitting in there?
Did I notice anything in the big thing of water while I was sitting in there?
Water?
It had water and it tasted like dirty feet.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, good cover. Bad taste.
Surprising warm spot where he was at.
I don't know what you're talking about. But since they came in through a secret door and we can't access that secret door because Moss Lady is there, I'm going to go back in the hallway and try to find where the other side of that secret door is.
Okay.
But as I do, hey, halfling lady, do you know what her name is?
I didn't bother to ask.
Well, they didn't say it around. They didn't call her anything.
They called her Z.
So this was Z. Okay.
Oh. Single letter. It sounds like a spellcaster. You know, they're all up in their own asses sometimes.
Yeah.
What's your name? Will you give that to us now? I'm Syra. Hi.
Hi, Sarah. No, let's get out of here first before we start exchanging pleasantries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see, there were.
By the way,
was this how many corpses did you make?
8.
A lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If it's only 8, that's about half their force. So we may
Let's
want
go.
to leave.
Oh,
Okay.
good. We're halfway there.
Snit, you still have the key for the exit?
We're on the same page, Nirix.
Yeah, but there was a secret passage that
We can come back
Yeah.
later.
Guess what? The moldy poison sucking the life force from you, lady, is blocking that, so you can get
there
away
was
so
another entrance.
far.
We weren't even supposed to do all this. We were just supposed to look at what was going on and then report back. So I think we should just leave.
Would have sucked for any of the guards that came
scurrying.
down here, that's
I'm
for sure.
scurrying.
Also, you guys forgot we have a hunt to go to tonight.
We
I
may
think
not
that's-
have enough time.
Go
That's a
tonight.
23 investigation.
Well, you also know
And-
the hunt can happen at any time. It's just whenever
Yeah.
you were ready to report to.
Time is money, Rojan.
I'm not
We're
disagreeing.
not
I'm
the
just,
ones in debt.
I want my bike.
Sarah looks at her sister and goes, I honestly am really tired, Nirix. I don't think I can help much anymore tonight.
Yeah, I think this is
All
a
right.
good end of the night. We
So-
should go report and then go home.
as everyone is beginning to do this, you hear Snit give a little grunt as he jumps up and he hits one of the stones that he found on the wall, and it opens up into another passageway for you.
That noise.
Oh, let's see what the little one got up to.
Was
Where-
it
Oh, Snit, you actually found it. Nice.
Where is no Snit? It's over here.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay, so you just
Yeah.
see
All
Snit.
the tokens are just right there.
You just see Snit jumping up and down, going,
well, Snit, I'll stay behind if you want to do the thing.
I'm gonna move ahead and just keep an eye out. I think we're pushing things.
Oh, Snit, do you have the key?
Yeah, here you go.
I pass that along to Syra.
Oops.
And we'll join her.
So that's a 15 checking for traps.
There are no traps in this hallway.
Oh,
Is it just a hallway?
It's just another way to get in.
Okay, nothing special along the way.
Nothing special along the way.
All right, well that satisfies my curiosity.
all right. Let's go.
And before we walk out, I'll distinguish the flame on my bow. I get my 2 hit points back! Yay!
So as soon as the halfling starts moving, I'm gonna be walking with her, and I'm gonna kind of lean down as we walk and go. So, hi, I'm Callian. if you could do us a favor when you get out, since I'm sure you're probably not going to hang around with us. Most people don't. I don't blame them, really.
Honestly,
could go-
I was thinking of buying y'all a drink for saving my ass back there.
Careful,
I'm good with
Kellyanne
that.
might ask for your permits.
I'm
Okay.
down.
I speak up. Drink.
Maybe before that, we could go see Commander Jared and report, or Captain Jared, and report all of this. You could tell him everything you've seen, everything you know. We're
Wait,
kind of here
Jared.
at his request.
Jared, is that
The market guard.
Beardo?
Baldy Beardo.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, the market guard captain. Yeah. That's why we're here.
Yeah,
Wait.
runs up to Sierra and taps her on the back of the leg.
How about this? We go get a drink. I get some food. I get a good night's sleep, and then I'll go talk to Beardo.
That sounds like a good plan.
I'm
I've
actually
been
okay
down
with
here for
that.
4 days.
Yeah, she needs food and good food at that.
I suppose that.
At
that's true.
that point, I just kind of pull out one of the leftover kebabs that I got from lunch.
Lunch.
Before Syra opens the like trapdoor hatch or whatever that we came through, I want to like listen in to see if I hear anybody on the other side.
It sounds empty.
Okay. All right. And she's gonna open it up and go through. Look around.
Aside from your group, there's no life in there.
Right,
I'll turn to either Snit or the halfling, and I'll just be like, care for a ride?
I'm gonna go scout ahead, but thanks. And
Okay.
I'm gonna go check the main door and make sure nobody's like waiting outside.
And,
I'll look at
and-
lady and he's like,
and the halfling kind of like gives you a look like, really? As she just
you've been
keeps-
without food for 4 days.
I wouldn't say without food specifically. I mean, I have been eating rats.
He also
they're pretty
punched
good.
through the floor.
When
Think
cooked.
I just want some real food, not
Fair enough.
not ones
And-
that I have to bite the heads off of to make them stop trying to run away.
And at that point, I just hand her a kebab.
And she just
I
takes it and
say-
starts tearing into it.
There you go.
I say, "I'll let us get out of here because you have 4 days worth of drinking to do."
I'm not an alcoholic. I just, like something to drink while I eat.
14 perception on the main door to see if anybody's out there.
Nope, it's still completely empty.
Gonna
Let's go to the barcade.
open it very cautiously and start poking my head out and wave everybody on.
there a particular bar you like?
All right. I'll
One
go
that
ahead and
has
fix you.
food and alcohol.
Well, I'm not from here, so I don't know.
Don't care about the noise?
All right, Callie.
The noisier the better.
Okay, we're going to the dueling banjos then.
I
Oh,
feel like
yeah.
you've been looking forward to this specifically.
They're having a performance tonight, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Every night, as a matter of fact.
Means there's gonna be a lot of people, huh?
Which means less likely to be bothered by random people seeing us from a distance.
Good. I'm sick and tired of people coming up to me. All right, let's go.
Hey,
I've got one pouch full of sashes, I'm good to go. The other one's full of needles.
to the banjos of dueling.
All right, so everyone exits out of the warehouse and makes their way back down through the to the market district. And for a little bit, the streets are still empty, as the skiff docks aren't really the most popular place for evening life in the city. But once you start getting closer and more into the start of the market district, you begin to enter into the crowds again, as the night market is still going on, is still thriving. You see various street performers doing their tricks and performances for onlookers, as people are tossing coins into small hats and the like for them. Peddlers about trying to sell random and strange looking goods that they spout are from people who live out in the dunes and make their way of life living in the harsh environments. But you begin to push through and make your way through all these crowds.
Rajin?
Yeah.
Once we get into the market district, Minako wants to break off and go back to the tannery to finish forging her sword.
Okay.
She has no interest in going out to drinks.
All right. You know that you're going to need assistance with forging the sword. It's not a one-person process.
Oh, okay, never mind. She's gonna go to visit
Yeah.
Joy at the healing.
Okay, so you're gonna go to the healer's hall.
Yeah, and just spend the night there with Joy.
Okay. Is anybody else breaking off from the group, or are you all going to the dueling banjos?
I will meet
Find her
them.
food.
I will meet them later after I drop off some of the stuff that we picked up off the bodies, so I can sell them. At
Okay.
a later date.
Spoons
I
and
am-
various weapons.
Yes.
I am leading the party to the dueling banjos.
Before Zellar breaks off from us, I'm gonna kind of pull him aside. I don't suppose when you meet up with us, you could bring Jared with you. I feel like if we eat and then go to sleep, we're just leaving the job undone. I don't like that. I don't like to do that.
Callie, you know it will take hardly anything to convince him to go to the dueling banjos. So if I see him, I will definitely bring him.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
And deuces.
Pull out an ocarina, start messing with that.
Okay. So for those who are sticking with the group, you're making your way to the dueling banjos. Zelark is dumping off the weapons and items that you guys looted from the bodies, and Mina is going to be spending her night at the healer's hall, watching over Joy. Okay. So for those of you going to the banjos, you're beginning to follow Reiju, and you get into the area where you met with your information broker previously, over by the Emporium. And even from where you're standing right now, the banjos is just alive with people and noise, as you can just hear various instruments and performances going on, and people hollering and cheering and clapping on one side, and on the other side it seems to be a little more mellow, as you can see people are inside as the doors are wide open. And it's a little bit dimmer than it is on the left side, where everybody seems to be only lit by candlelight, as they are relaxing, seemingly watching a singular performance on stage. And Reiju, you know that the banjos themselves are an establishment that are owned by
Three Ganassi brothers.
Three Ganassi brothers. On one side is more of like a fun-loving dance hall where a bunch of bards and everything play their music. On the other side is kind of like a small jazz club.
Okay.
Where the more refined people go for like their entertainment.
Do they actually have a dress code? I forget.
No.
Okay, then we're good. Yeah. I do ask the question. Do you prefer relaxed or energetic as far as what's around you in this bar?
Well, energetic, you can blend into the crowd and slip away if you need to, or sneak up behind someone if you need to kill them. But if you're in the quiet, then you're more in the shadows, and you can blend in a little bit better that way.
Yep. And as
Either
as you're talking, the halfling has already pushed past all of you, and she's going to the left side.
Yeah, let's join her.
All right.
Yeah.
Not even enjoyment, just tactical.
All right.
Just start playing on the ocarina as I'm walking in.
So as you begin to walk in, there is a very adamant performance going on stage, as you see 4 bards on there, all on various instruments, with a half orc as sort of like a frontman slash lead singer, and the floor in front of him is just dancing and enjoying everyone's company, just having a grand old time. Other people are near the walls, kind of like nodding their head in the music while drinking and conversing. There are tables set off to like the right hand side of the tavern where people are enjoying a nice meal and the music. And you can see the halfling just walks in and just jumps up and sits on a table, not on a table, on a chair at one of the empty tables. As she sees you and she just motions for you.
Yeah, I will at first try to match my ocarina to the tune the band is playing. See if that goes well or not.
Give me a performance roll.
Oh boy. Let's see. Performance. Hey, not bad. Okay. 18 plus 3 is 21.
All right, so you're matching it, but your fingers are starting to get a little tired as they are going fast. Ham. Yeah, they are going ham right now. This isn't like, you know, your basic, you know, like folk dance or anything. They are just going nuts.
It's speed metal banjo.
I keep up for it for about like 20 seconds, and I'm like, and we're good. And just kind of put my ocarina away and go to the table.
Okay.
See if anyone actually pays attention to the ocarina at all. No. Okay.
Let me see. No, not really. They're all focused on focused on like the orcish speed metal band that's on the stage at the moment.
I would be too, honestly.
Tyra does look over at you though and goes, "Hey, you're really good."
Oh, thank you.
I know what you played. What is that called?
This one is an ocarina. It's kind of like a flute,
Oh,
but it's short.
can I try?
Sure. And I just kind of wipe it off real quick and then hand it over.
Okay, I'm gonna try to play it.
All right, give me a performance roll.
Okay.
Here comes the
11.
11.
It's not bad.
You begin to play it, and every now and then you kind of like hit like just that flat air note. That and then like there's like a high pitched whistle and everything, and you start playing it again, and it's like every now and then you just hit like an off note.
Yeah, I had the same issue too when I started. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Hey, no problem. Maybe we can practice it later at the house when we're not tired.
Okay. Hey, Nerix, did you see? I played a thingy. It's called Ocarina. It made whistle sounds.
I thought you played pretty good.
Thanks. Let's get food.
Yeah, I'm starving.
So those of you who are in the banjos, join the why is it on this music? What the hell?
Is it banjo music?
No.
Oh, hey, do not underestimate bluegrass, man.
No, it's one of the faster paced tavern songs from Witcher 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know the one.
Like for some
We're
reason,
both just like, yeah, we got that song in our head. All right.
For some reason, it went to the Bannered Mare from Skyrim. I'm like, that's too slow for this place.
That's the other side of the establishment.
But those of you who are there, and at this time, Zelark, you would find your way into the establishment as well, followed by the guard captain himself, who is now dressed in civilian clothing. He's not wearing his armor or anything like that. He still has like an official badge on, like embroidered into the shoulder of his doublet, but he isn't as heavily armed as he previously was.
Marshal Jared.
And the two of them join you at the table as well, as the halfling kind of smiles and motions one of the servers over. I want 3 pints of whatever your hardest is, and then anything on the menu that is meat. And I mean lots of meat. I don't mean like a single serving that you would give to an elf or anything like that. I mean a mountain of meat.
I eat pretty well, thank you.
And then whatever they want.
How special, please?
That sounds good. I'll have that too, whatever that is.
Get a double.
Do you want just the special dish or the meal itself?
The dish. I've got a drink. Thank you.
The meal.
The meal?
I'll just have a soup or something, like maybe something with a broth. That would be good.
Do you want it a little on the spicier side, or do you want?
No.
Bland,
Just
probably.
just like a basic soup.
Maybe some like peppers on the side or something.
Okay. You want any bread with that too, or you just go with the soup?
No. Just the soup.
We're at Olive Garden now.
It's the secret soup.
I'll get the shrimp scampi.
Give me that linguine.
Yeah, I'll take a really large ale and lots of meats and veggies.
And she looks over at Zelark and Snit. And for the two of you,
Shepherd's pie and some wine, please.
Whiskey,
you want anything to eat with the whiskey, or do you just want whiskey?
meat,
Whiskey and meat. Gotcha. Okay, give me some
spiced meat.
spiced meat. Give me some time. I will have all your food out and ready for you.
Thank you. Oh, sorry. Simon, what did you want? Oh, Simon would like some meat, please, as well.
Just add a little extra.
She kind of looks over at Simon. Does Simon want cooked or raw?
Raw, please.
Well, that's a good. Do you have bugs?
We don't really normally serve bugs.
Why don't you have bugs?
Anything you find in the kitchen would be fine.
Just kill a cockroach in the back room and bring it out.
She kind of looks confused at you for a moment, then she notices Chubster on your shoulder. Oh, I'll find something for the little gentleman as well.
Do you like candied crickets?
This is
Great.
a special type of gecko.
Now we have a now we know that there's a shop somewhere that sells candied crickets.
Yep.
Cannon. Doing
I
it.
mean, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that sounds good. I bet Simon would like that too. You'll have to show me where that shop is sometime.
That's smart.
Chocolate
That's
covered
smart, yeah.
grasshoppers are great.
So, as the server leaves you to your piece, the halfling looks around at all of you. Thank you for getting me out of what was pretty much a rat's cage.
It seems to be a theme around here with rats these days.
And Jared kind of is like, what do you mean?
Exactly.
No,
It's just
I
something-
need details. I sent all of you out to give me
So,
details.
We originally went in just to look around. We managed to use that key we got from the youngster, you know, the vagabond, in order to access their hideout. We went in. We heard that there were two in there. And we decided to try and use our little disguises, our little sashes, to, barge our way in, acting like we had caught a couple of ourselves in a hunt for people, apparently. That failed, and a fight ensued, which only lasted about 2 seconds because they were dealt with.
Moldy came along later.
Yeah, I have 11 sashes now.
Wait, Moldy? Ugh. There was somebody
Miss-
in their group named Moldy?
No, that's
Miss
what we called
Z?
her.
Is that
Miss
what her
Z.
name is? Miss
Z. We found
Wait,
Miss Z, and
Z.
we dealt with. Yes.
Yeah.
What did this Z look like?
She looked like an old hag with moss growing on her face.
You kind of passed her statue when you went over to the barrels.
Well,
Wait,
she really didn't
Is
look
this the
old.
halfling talking?
No. This is Jared.
Yeah,
Oh!
it's Jared talking.
Yeah, we're talking
I'm
to Jared.
sorry. I thought it was the halfling. I'm so sorry. Miss Z was there.
She looked like she wore, just dark clothing, dark glasses, had mold growing on her face. Oh, by the way, she was a caster.
Yeah, she could do magic.
Not to mention that if you go down there and find her body, which you will because it's a statue, she emitted some brown moss that my sister defined as very toxic and can spread, so it will suck the life out of you. Be careful.
Familiar with
I kind of show the numb spot, like, yeah, don't get close to the mold.
Yeah, brown mold is real bad. It will suck all of the heat energy out of anything you bring in there, including yourselves. So be careful. Don't touch it, and it spreads fast.
Did you find anything that may identify this caster more than just Z?
Maybe. We're looking into it.
We'll have to.
There was a bunch of stuff on the table, wasn't there?
That would be my job to look into it.
Well, she had a bunch of vials. She had a couple books. And she also had what looked like a furnace.
Do you have the vials or the books?
The one book I got was of politics.
I'll hand him her journal.
Okay.
Just the journal.
And he just instantly begins to flip through it. And you see just a look of recognition on his face.
Good read.
I know this one. And he kind of like closes the journal and wraps the binding back around it. This is, or she was, if what you say is true and she's dead. She was a former citizen of this city.
Oh dear.
Though she was caught practicing magic, and the council unanimously voted for banishment to the wastes.
So she survived the wastes.
And
well,
from what it sounds like,
she was mutation.
She was mutated by them as well.
Yikes.
So she wanted revenge?
Maybe, but I don't know why that would put her in league with the Jackdaw. There are various other powerful factions she could have teamed up with to do more damage.
Oh, she did mention something about a dog named Fluffy. That
doesn't ring a bell.
Well, we assume it's a dog.
And at the mention of Fluffy, the halfling's eyes light up. Fluffy. There was a young woman who was in the hideouts the other day arguing with the walking mushroom. And she referred to her as Fluffy, which seems to have aggravated the young woman, and she went storming off.
A talking mushroom.
That would be the lady we just killed.
Yeah, Z. I'm sorry. I was calling her talking mushroom to insult her.
Oh, I thought you meant that Fluffy was a talking mushroom.
Negative charisma score.
You know, no, this is pregnancy brain. This is just, you know what? Yeah, negative charisma score.
Okay, so Fluffy is the other woman. Did you have did you kind of know what she looked like?
I couldn't tell you. I really didn't get to see much of her. I just know she was a young woman just because of the sound of her voice. Maybe just into adulthood.
Okay, so young.
How young was that
Kind of
body
like
we
myself.
just found?
You don't know.
No, because that was a man.
No,
that
it wasn't. It was a female.
Oh, it was a female.
It was a female.
Oh dear. Oh.
I think we already killed Fluffy.
I think we killed Fluffy.
I think so too.
She wasn't very fluffy though. Even when she was furry, she wasn't very
fluffy to a mushroom. Maybe.
And then Jared shakes it. Is like, no, we've already identified the woman you said that changed from a rat into a human. She was middle-aged.
Oh. All you humans look the same to me.
He's like, well, the same could be said for your kind as well.
look over at my sister and I look at her horns and.
We're different colors.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Anyway.
But so are we.
Everything else is completely identical, just different colors.
Look, you've got horns, you've got tails. Kind of look like devils. You know what I mean.
Eh.
This
Does
whole
the journal
time,
say?
this whole time, Snit's been pulling out scraps of leather on the table and working them, cutting them, all sorts of stuff to, and looking over at Reggie's head and face and just trying to.
You're
work
like
on the
eyeballing it.
product. Yeah.
I noticed you doing that, and I just walk over and hand you one of the red sashes that's clean. Like, try and see if you can put something with that as well.
Okay.
And I pat you on the head, and I go back to my seat.
I'm picturing like a Ninja Turtle like.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, just like the Ninja Turtle mask.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
See,
And we all
was
know
thinking,
Raphael's the best one, so red's first.
Exactly.
I was thinking. I was thinking goggles with a nice red lining.
Either way,
No, Ninja Turtle.
well, you got to have practicality. The cloth wouldn't hold up, whereas the leather would,
Yeah.
in order to strap.
So does her journal tell you why she was doing what she was doing?
Well, that's gonna take some reading.
Some,
All right, we'll talk tomorrow then, I guess.
yeah.
He hands it back to you.
All right, guess I'll do it. I'm okay with that.
You haven't gotten all the information from me yet. And he kind of gives you a half smile as you know he's passing the work on to you.
You asshole.
I
It's okay, I was planning on reading it anyway.
I mean, it's fair. You're not exactly on duty anyway, so any report we gave you here wouldn't matter.
I lean over to Nirix and it's like, he's not good with the big words.
You know what? That's okay. Because this will just give me more leverage to knock off some of my fine. We'll see.
Again, you'll have to take that up with the council, but I must be off.
No.
I have other engagements to attend to. You all enjoy the rest of your nights.
Before you go, you wouldn't happen to know, because I wasn't told. It would be nice if I was told. You wouldn't happen to know how long I have to watch these two, would you?
Tired of us already, Callie?
Off the top of my head, I wouldn't, but if I were to have to wager a guess, knowing the order, they're probably stuck with you until they pay their fine.
I was afraid of that.
Hey, with this, we might be able to do it faster.
Aren't you happy, Cal? You get to spend more time with us now.
I mean,
Yay.
Are you
technically,
happy, Cal? We're taking out the bad guys.
it's true.
Saving your beloved city.
I don't usually like to get involved with the bad guys.
Oh, you are. Sorry. Not sorry.
Wow, you're really good at it.
Yeah, you're really fast. You're really powerful. Oh, yeah.
Well, you know, as a courier, it pays literally to be fast.
Yeah, but you don't see that kind of a punch either, or kick these days.
Well, my siblings were kind of fighters. They taught me a bit.
Maybe you and I can have a sparring day someday. Just for fun.
Maybe. Just don't hit me too hard, please.
Oh, no. It's one of those practice motions. It's not like actual fast fighting. I can show you some of the stuff I got from my monastery.
Okay. Yeah, we
Not
can
to
do that.
mention Cal, you seem to be concerned with cash. I mean, we all are, but you definitely seem to have it on your mind. And fighting crime can really pay pretty well, especially when there's places that bad guys hide money and nobody knows about it. You can just take it.
It's a good way of putting it.
Oh,
Goodbye, Jared. Enjoy your date.
yeah.
Oh, it's not a date. It's nothing
Why
as
not?
fun as that. It's
It is now.
a meeting of the guard captains.
Oh, best of luck with that.
Don't lose too much money.
Well, just know that you have something in the wing.
Oh no, it's going to be boring. I hate this part of the job. And he kind of starts muttering to himself as he walks out the door. And as soon as he walks out, your food is delivered to you.
Fair enough.
And the halfling just grabs one of the pints and just begins downing the liquid inside of it as if like it's like somebody dying of thirst.
Did we get her name yet?
No.
Nope.
So could you give us your name now?
And like
The archer chub, just hold on.
yeah, she like puts up a finger for a moment and like slams down the empty pint and like just very rudely just wipes her mouth off with her wrist, gives out a short burp and stabs the piece of meat and kind of looks at it. I guess my name's Chenna.
Jenna?
Anna.
Chenna.
It's a strong name.
Are you from here? Were you born here? Or are you visiting?
She just like shoves like a piece of meat in her mouth. No, I wasn't born here. I don't think I could ever be like one of these city folk. Nice
Right?
place to visit, but don't want to live. No, I come from the southern parts of the desert.
Oh. I'm
Part-
from a nomadic tribe. We're from everywhere. So maybe I've been to where you're from. What's it called?
Well, there's no name for it as it's just a skiff flotilla.
Oh wow.
We
okay.
too are nomads.
Oh, that's great. I'm from a druid tribe. Who do you run with?
Whoever can swing a sword and not die of sunstroke.
Like a mercenary group?
No,
Sand pirates.
yeah, no, not pirates.
Clan, maybe?
I guess you would call us hunters. So it's less hunting and then just more killing anything we see. Trying to get the biggest prize to get a one-up on one another.
Competitive, then.
Yes, the whole rule of power with the group that I run with is the bigger the trophy, the higher you're standing, the more pull you have with everyone.
Have I heard of a group like that, or has my tribe like healed anyone who's maybe bitten off more than they can chew before?
Go ahead and give me a history roll.
Okay. Yeah, probably not. That's a 13.
A 13. You haven't really. You don't know if it's been somebody specifically from like this group of people in the desert, but you have come across random wanderers who are a little worse for wear that needed your tribe's healing while they were wandering through the mountains. All of them claiming to trying to hunt some sort of big game.
Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you. I'm glad we were able to free you from that horrible cage.
Yeah, me too. I don't like cages.
Me neither. I don't think many people do, really.
All right.
You're right.
Especially when they try to force you to drink some foul-smelling liquids.
Question: Did they actually
try to force me?
Did they actually get you to drink?
Oh no. Thankfully,
Okay.
thankfully after you bite one, they could tend to shy away from you. So the one that was with me that got away, not so much. They made her drink her vial and then my vial.
Oh no.
Oh, so double. Yeah. Before we had actually found you, we were actually trying to meet up with this one's tannery owner in town, and she was being assailed by these thugs. All but one of them died because we decided to leave poor kid alive. But right after we had finished fighting them, that creature, Fluffy, I guess, ran out of a house after already eating somebody and almost got to her.
Actually, didn't we determine that wasn't Fluffy? Because
We,
one was middle-aged?
well,
So
as far as I can tell, that's what I'm going with.
Wait, you said that she was middle aged.
Yeah.
That could have been the one that escaped from where I was at.
Oh.
Escaped?
Yeah, the one that
Okay.
they forced to drink her vial
Okay.
and my vial. She got out the next time they tried to make her drink, and a couple of them went chasing after her.
Okay, so that might have pieced things together. Wow. What a coincidence. Holy shite. So yeah, poor woman. Unfortunately, she was out of her mind and we had no idea. So if that's the same person, she is no longer.
You don't have to justify it to me. I don't care.
I'm just saying she's no longer suffering, at least. Anyway,
How'd they
So,
capture you?
yeah.
They knocked me
Bad
out.
luck? Oh, bad
Just
luck.
picked you up off the street?
No, I was in a tavern, and somebody offered me some tasty looking meat, and the next thing I know, in a cage.
Oh.
Which tavern?
You know, they all look the same to me, except for this one. This one's loud.
Okay,
Well, at
so
least
it
we know
wasn't
it
this
wasn't
time.
this one then.
No, it was one of the taverns over by the skiff docks.
Okay.
Oh, do I happen to see anybody, like any of the three brothers out and about right now?
You see them running, like you see two of the brothers who operate this side of the banjos behind the bar and like throwing out drinks and managing everything, just like moving in a flurry.
Okay. I'll ask Chenna, like, do you need a place to stay for tonight? This one's actually a pretty good place to stay.
No, I was planning on staying anyway.
Fair enough.
What are your plans to do now?
Well, I'm gonna get some sleep, and then I'm gonna leave. I don't like cities.
Yeah. The feeling's mutual.
Would
Just
you like to accompany us on our hunt tomorrow night?
No, I hunt alone.
Oh,
Callian,
yeah, go ahead.
Hi.
would it be beneficial for her to just be with us for a few moments with the judges, just to make sure that she's able to give a, what's the word, testimony?
I ain't going to any judges.
We already had Jared here with her.
Okay, fair enough. So Jared would suffice?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, then we don't. Yeah, I was gonna see whether or not we actually did need you here, but if not, then we're good. Just trying to get all the pieces together. City life is kind of weird for me too. I'm actually from the west, more temperate climate.
Why would you come here then?
Information gathering. I am, I guess this is the first time I've actually said this. I'm actually trying to figure out who the hell I am.
Well, you don't know who you are?
It's not your real name.
It is. At least as far as what the monks and the priest told me. I was orphaned about 21 years ago. 20 years ago. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I grew up in the monastery, just everyday normal life in a monastery. And then when I turned 20, gave me this, and I just pull out the necklace.
I'm gonna take a look at it. Do I recognize it from anything?
It's a talisman, octagonal shaped, with a silver outline and a green picture on it. I'm not sure what the material is, but from what you can see is there's a bunch of webs.
I'm gonna show Nerix too. Do you recognize this? Do I? DM?
Do I recognize it?
Both of you give me history rolls.
Oh no. I have a high history too. That's not gonna help. That is a 10.
12.
Doesn't really look familiar. It looks strange, but doesn't look like anything you've seen before.
Would I, by any chance, recognize it?
I'm basically
Thing
showing
from where I'm at?
everybody. So
Yeah, anybody who wants to take a look at it can give me a history roll.
yeah, I'll show Callian too. No.
18.
18?
Yep.
You may have seen something in passing, worn by one of the leaders of the Merchants Guild. Has a necklace almost similar to this.
I let him know. It's like I've seen this from one of the leaders of the Merchants Guild. He has one very similar to this.
Does he now?
Oh, it's a she. It's a she who has it.
That's what I said.
Does she now?
What's she look like?
Or who? Which merchant?
I know a lot of merchants.
So
maybe I know her.
she is a high elf. You got an 18, right?
Yep.
All right, so you would actually know that this is the head of the Merchants Guild. A high elf woman by the name of Valindra Nabella.
How do you spell that last name?
Naebella.
Lindra Nabella. Merchant Guild leader?
Yeah, she is the head of the Merchants Guild.
And she's a high elf.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I know what my next week is going to be like. Oh boy.
And you're gonna want to be careful with her.
Oh, I know. Especially anybody of highborn descent.
No, there's highborn and then there's pure bitch.
Exactly. That's what I was going for, but I was trying to be nicer.
I'm
Thank you,
not.
Snit. Fair enough.
No filter.
At least you're honest, Snit.
No, seriously though, be careful.
Yeah.
Really? No,
I
seriously.
don't
You
I don't
can't
intend
trust
to
her.
approach her.
Just letting you know, you can't trust her.
Right.
Yeah, you're getting the feeling that Snit's has some personal interactions with her.
Right. Yeah. And considering who I am, not even knowing my own damn lineage, I'm already putting two and two together. This could be very, very touchy. Another time, perhaps. And I just put the necklace back in. Well, you know about me now.
Thanks for showing us that. We'll try to help you if we can.
It's the main reason why I came here is because anywhere there's a book, there's a story. Any story will have either vague or direct information about just about anything. With all the scrolls and everything I had to study back at the monastery, I can only assume there could be something similar to this in a city. That's why I work at the library.
I look over at Nerix. Do you think we should see if they know anything about our problems too, or no?
Who specifically? The Merchants Guild?
No, I mean these these people that we're with right now?
Well, we already know about the bike. Everyone knows about the bike.
Yeah, I know.
I'll leave that to you, Nerix. You
No,
decide.
I have a plan since our day seems to be free tomorrow until tomorrow night. So I have ideas.
Wave
We
one of
still
the
have to
workers
check in
off
on
to get
Joy.
another drink.
I was planning on doing my normal thing, going for a jog in the morning around the oasis.
Tomorrow we still have to check in on Joy
Yes.
and Bertrand's body and all that stuff too.
Right.
Well, you do remember that a certain someone went to the healer's hall.
Yeah, Minako, I believe she went over to the healer's hall, so I think Joy's in good hands.
Well,
But if you
yeah,
want to
Joy's
go,
in good hands, but we should visit.
We still have to go over there anyway to investigate Joy's
body,
father's
right.
body.
fair. I guess we can divvy up who does what when we get there. I don't think tonight's the right night.
I think
right.
Nick should probably stay away
So,
from Joy for a minute.
Let's go ahead and
Alright.
let's go ahead and take our first break for the afternoon, and when we get back, we'll actually jump to the healer's hall with what Mina's gonna be doing. So stick with us, guys. We will be right back. Alrighty. Our Bach.
Technically be able to use mending for that situation, but you'd be using mending for every single broken piece, putting it back together.
Assuming you actually got all the pieces
Not
in that
time
place.
efficient.
So, Mina,
Yes.
while everyone else is getting their drink on over at the Dueling Banjos, you've opted to spend some time watching over Joy in the Healer's Hall. Given that they know the bond between the two of you, the healers that are still there late in the night allow you to sit next to her bed as she sleeps. They inform you that they had to medically sedate her once she had woken up from her initial injuries due to being hysterical. Yes, spouting things off about mages in the city and needing to get the guards in on the action as soon as possible. But they told her that you are more than welcome to spend the remainder of the evening here, though they highly doubt she will wake up before some time later on in the morning tomorrow.
Okay. Do they leave or for the night or?
Yeah, like a couple hours pass, but you get the feeling there's maybe only two of the healers left in the hall. Everyone else has gone home for the evening, so it's rather quiet.
Okay. After a few hours, I check to see like if there's anybody else around.
Okay, go ahead and give me a investigation roll.
Oh, that's gonna be bad. Investigation. That's an 8.
An 8. You really don't see anyone.
Do I know where the morgue is here?
Yeah, it's in the back part of the hall. It's not really a morgue. It's more of a room where they just prepare the bodies that are meant to be buried or cremated.
Okay. Does Joy look like she's just completely blacked out?
Yeah, it doesn't look like she's going to be up at any point in time.
Okay, I start heading towards the back, see if I can get into the room where the bodies are being kept.
Okay. So you begin to head down the hallway. It's again not a rather large building. It's a straight shot from where you're at. And uninterrupted, you reach the back door.
Can I open it?
You can attempt to.
All right, I try to open the door.
Door latch clicks and you're able to push it open. As you do, can you give me? Wait, you all have passive perception. I forgot about this. I need to start using this. Oh no, it wouldn't be perception though. No, it would be. It would be. So as you open the door, you begin to hear two voices on the other side, sort of hard whispering back and forth to one another, almost like they're in a heated argument.
Oh boy. Do I attempt to stealth in, or can I try and listen more acutely from like the door?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
That I would just need a perception roll for.
Okay. I can do those. Oh, cocked. Fuck me, dude. 11.
11.
Yeah.
You don't hear all of the conversation because they're whispering. It kind of fades in and out from where you're at, but you do hear a couple key words. Let me
pull out my notepad.
Okay.
All right.
Of experiment.
Okay.
Blood. Humble fury.
Oh, these sons of bitches.
And daughter.
Okay. I go back to Joy
Mm-hmm.
and check to see. Oh man, but even if I medically checked her, like I don't know jack shit.
Medicine check. You'd be surprised what a medicine check can reveal,
Yeah,
even if
you
you're not
know-
trained.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check to see if like I assume they gave her like an IV or something.
No, it was more of like an herbal drink. There isn't really an IV attached to her or anything. It was more they gave her pretty much sleepy time tea to help
Is there
her
still
sleep.
tea? Is there still some like on the
Yeah,
nightstand or something?
there's a small clay cup that's
Okay.
sitting on the nightstand next to her, and it looks like there's a little bit of the tea remaining down at the bottom.
Can I check that for like medicine?
You can give me
Okay.
a medicine check on that.
All right. That's an 8.
An 8. Smells like tea. Rather potent tea at that.
Nothing seems off on Joy, like her skin. Like it doesn't. Is it like clammy or?
No, Joy looks to be Joy. Just in a very much needed peaceful sleep. Sherlock Dork, thank you for the follow.
I peek out again. Are they still inside there, or?
Did you shut the door at all, or is it still?
It's still like creaked open.
The door is still creaked open to where you left it.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna casually walk into the back like I need them for something.
You're just gonna
So-
casually walk on through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I notice like panic or anything?
All right. So, not really panic. You walk in and they kind of get a little jump, and they just hold their chests. They're like, Mino, can we help you?
I was wondering if I could see my old master's body. I never got to say my farewells.
You know that this is not an area that we allow people back in. You'll be able to say your farewells to him once his funeral has been arranged.
Like during that whole exchange, I'm trying to see like if I can pick up any like vibrations or intonations in their voice that might like.
Give me an insight roll.
Cocked. That is 11.
11. It just seems like they're being very official and by the book to you.
Okay. I'll just go back to
As you do notice that there is a singular body in this room that is covered by a soft grayish cloth.
Okay. As I walk out, I just like mention. Did you guys get a chance to examine the rat person, or just to see if like that tips him off?
The rat person? Oh, the human that the guards were telling us turned into a rat. We're getting to that in the morning. Our chief examiner is not in at this time.
Right, and nothing about that gives off anything.
No, it just
Okay.
seems like they're telling you exactly what they know.
Okay, so at this point, I doubt Minako's gonna get sleep. She's gonna be standing guard with Joy.
Okay. If you're gonna stand watch the entire night, like foregoing your sleep, you will take a point of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Okay. So you like for the rest of the night, you just stand like a vigilant watch over Joy. Nothing happens. Nobody every now and then one of the two healers comes in just to check on her, make sure she's doing fine. You kind of tuck her in a little bit more. But nothing else. They don't apply any
Yeah.
salves. They don't have her drink or eat anything. They just allow her
No.
to sleep throughout the night.
Nothing with Joy either.
Nothing with Joy either. Joy looks to be in a very peaceful slumber.
Okay.
So for those of you who aren't at the Healer's Hall, where are you staying for the night? Are you going to be staying in the tavern, or are you going back to Reju's apartment?
Reju's apartment.
Going back to the apartment. I'm gonna put some time into these goggles.
Okay.
And before we actually leave or make our way to the apartment, I will ask Syra and Nirix if they can accompany me to my loft briefly so I can gather some things.
Yeah, that's fine. That's perfectly fine with me.
Okay.
And I go home to prep stuff to sell for tomorrow.
Okay. So
Want to ride?
everyone is able to head home.
Later, Channa.
Callie, you're able to get the materials or whatever you need from your home. They're uninterrupted. Nobody tries to accost you on the way. And for the remainder of the night, it's rather peaceful. Everyone just gets a good sleep in the apartment.
I am going to read a little bit too, those books.
Okay. Which book are you reading?
I want to. Honestly, she's more interested in the research book.
Okay.
The data book.
So I will need a investigation roll from you.
Okay. Oh, that's so good. 23.
Nice. Okay, so while you're doing a little bit of evening reading, you turn to a page in the book that begins to deal in some sort of theory of lichen creation. Not something of a natural birth, but more of instilling the curse of the lichen into random people and then being able to control them like animals. And it does mention in the ingestation or the injection of the blood of one tainted by the curse of a lichen into another subject.
And it just says from any lichen, not specifically from an order. Just any kind of
like not the order of the lichen, but like a lichen itself, like a werewolf or a wererat, werebear. Those who have been affected by the curse, not those who have gone through the rituals of a blood hunter. Which then it starts to make sense as to why the concoction that you found in the notes earlier was like some sort of bastardization of the potion, of the ritual potion that the Order of the Lichen would consume.
Could I tell from so as I'm reading this, I'm going to pull out the vial, and with my Mr. Chemistry set, can I figure out if this looks like blood or the bastardization of this chemical they put together, just from like smelling it and just
yeah, you can give me a wisdom roll using your Mr. Chemistry set.
Okay.
No, not wisdom, intelligence. An intelligence roll using Mr. Chemistry.
That's still good. Okay. Use my blood hunter die for this since it's related. Oh, I love you so much. So it's one less. So
as a blood hunter, don't you have advantage on knowledge rolls?
I have certain advantages.
It wouldn't be on this though, because this is more of a
chemistry set.
Yeah, this is more of just a determination of what this potion may be. It doesn't really have to do anything with the order itself.
Yeah, until I become my next order, I just have advantages on anything that has to do with like hunting and monsters. But this is different. But I still rolled really good. 19.
19. So doing a couple tests through your set, you do find out that this is a completed potion. Like, this is one of the tainted potions that Z mentions in her notes.
Oh, that's not good. Okay.
Who wants to become a were-rat?
Right. Oh. And I lack the CSI lab to do further investigation.
You don't have the alchemy lab to do any further investigation.
I just have my mini alchemy lab. Okay, so I know that that's the concoction that they
this is a completed concoction, and putting two and two together, you think that this was probably meant for Chenna. Like they were going to somehow force her to drink this.
Okay. Does it say anywhere where they have been finding lichens or like any kind of log of where they have found them in the past? Because obviously they've made it, so they found some.
Not within the portion of the notes that you have been able to read tonight.
Okay. Do I have time to read just a little bit of Z's journal? I have plenty of time tomorrow to read it. I just kind of want to skim it and see if there's anything that kind of just sticks out.
I would say, since you kind of intently went through the notes and everything, and then use the chemistry set, so that's probably going to use up the remainder, like use up your time in the night, unless you want to take a point of exhaustion to read into the book.
She really only has 2 things going on tomorrow, so she's got a lot of time to read up. So that she'll be satisfied with that.
I was
unsatisfied.
I was gonna have Syra see if you wanted her to read one of the books. Since you were looking at
that would work.
one.
Oh yeah, no, I'll give her the journal then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before I go to start reading and do that, I'm gonna go over to the rest of the party that are hanging around and see and hold out my damaged armor and my staff and go, help.
Do I have any idea how long it would take to repair?
You like, if you were to use your actions for the night, you should be able to repair them before having to go to bed. Since this is only like the first tier of damage, it's not really gonna be. It isn't really gonna be too much of a hassle. And I do agree with you, Shadow Fox. You if you are proficient in the tools, you should add your proficiency bonus to the HD.
Okay,
repaired.
so let me roll that, because I would prioritize somebody's
armor
safety.
Yeah.
So priority armor first. What do you want me to roll?
It's a flat DC check. Fox, can you DM me that sheet again?
I sure can.
Do we could do this off stream, but we should probably go over what our equipment is so we know what our HP.
Well, I know
is.
hers is hide for the time being. So
yeah.
Hey, stop it.
Yeah, like,
he's in my room.
Okay.
Well, I'm just waiting on the DM that I could tell you.
Too many monitors. Too many monitors.
There's no such thing.
No,
We really should have that sheet pinned in the Discord
yeah.
chat.
Yeah. Armor and weapon. Here we go. Hide armor. So it has a total of 45 HP.
She lost 10, I think.
I lost
I lost 5 on the armor, and
You
then
lost 5 on the armor? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it doesn't have any negative penalty for that just yet.
Okay, because before you told me the
yeah.
HP was 17, so I guess that changed.
Yeah. Fox was kind enough to go through and like add durability and like do all the durability checks and everything.
Okay.
So for hide is 45 HP. The durability DC for it is 14, meaning anytime you get hit, a DC roll has to be made. If it beats, if the durability DC succeeds, it doesn't take any damage. And then the upkeep DC is a D6. That's the hit die that happens when you repair.
Yeah.
Let's just go through this right now. Nerix, what armor do you have?
That is a good question. I have a studded leather armor.
Studded leather is 50 HP with a durability DC of 11.
So 50 and 11?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Reju. You're muted.
Unarmored monk.
Okay. Snit.
Studded leather.
Studded leather is 50 HP and durability of 11. Mina.
Yes.
What armor do you have?
I have studded leather.
Studded leather. Okay, so that's 50. So it's got 50 HP and a durability DC of 11. Fox, you're the same thing. You've got no armor, right?
Right.
Okay, and then Billy Mays. What armor do you got?
Studded leather.
Yep. Okay, 50 and 11.
That'll
So
make it real simple.
Yeah.
I just need to know what ability modifier I'm using to make this check. I would like to argue for Dex.
Dex
with
is fine by
leather.
me.
Okay.
Since you are working with your hands and everything, it definitely Dex definitely does fit.
Okay, so I've got a 14 on the die, and I've got a +7 total for proficiency with leather workers, and since I'm using Dex, that's the +7 total. So 20.
Yeah.
21.
You can go ahead and roll the HP upkeep for that, which is a D6 for hide.
And
And then
I
add your
rolled a 6.
add your
And
proficiency modifier.
You told me D8. Is it changed to a D6? now?
Yeah, the upkeep HD has changed because we now have an official thing here.
Oh, okay. Because I wrote down from what you just said it was a D8, but it's a D6.
It's a D6,
Okay,
yeah.
got it.
no, the hide is listed as a D6.
Yeah, the hide is a D6. Hide is a D6. Studded leather is a D8.
Okay.
But I rolled a 6, and if we're adding proficiency bonus, which you said we
should
are,
be 2,
then
correct?
it's going to be an 8 total.
Okay, so you repair 8 HP onto that armor.
Oh, it's full. It's,
Okay.
I don't think I get over. I don't get like extra
Yeah,
layers.
no, armor doesn't get bonus. It doesn't get bonus.
Temp
HP.
HP.
You find a few extra studs just kind of poking out.
And then my staff took 4
Damn it,
points.
it's just like a here.
HP my staff would have, because last time you said it had 10, but I don't know if that's changed.
So
too.
it's a staff, right? Just a straight up like a quarter staff. Yeah. Okay. So quarter staff has 30 HP, durability DC of 12, and upkeep HD of D6.
Okay, so
If you, for your guys' weapons or anything, it is in the Discord now, and for the Withered Wastes, it's pinned and it's got both the weapons and armor on there.
now
Nice.
I
It's pretty
don't
straightforward
yet
too.
I don't yet have proficiency with wood carver's tools. I'm assuming this is a quarterstaff.
It is a quarter staff.
Or wood quarterstaff, I meant, sorry. However, what I would like to do is use leather wrapping to reinforce the.
Okay. Yeah, that is definitely a means to repair an item. So yeah, I would allow that.
And then in the morning, when I wake up and have
Your new stuff.
spontaneously.
Yeah, because you guys leveled
Yeah.
up, but you haven't gotten your new stuff yet because nobody's gone to sleep.
In the morning, I will use mending on any of the
The cracks.
on the cracks that have actually happened to the wood itself.
Okay. Yeah, I'll allow that.
So again with leather dexterity, right? So okay, that's going to be a total of 19. DC to?
That is good to repair.
Okay, and it's a D6 again. That one wasn't as good, but not terrible. That's going to be a total of 7.
Perfect. That's all I needed.
All right. So
Nice.
so Snit, you're able to repair both Syra's armor and weapon.
How long does that take me?
That's going to take you pretty much your night.
Everyone's still
Okay,
going to be sleeping
and-
when I wake up.
And so,
No, but by your night, I mean the actions that you're allotted before you would have to go to sleep or suffer exhaustion.
Yeah, I think in the way that you laid it out, Rojan, assuming we're using that portion of the mechanic, is 1 hour to do 1 hit die repair.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, and like everyone is allotted 2 hours of downtime before they would have to get to sleep.
okay. Well, so at the dueling banjos, I was working on
You were?
crafting. Yeah, I remember I said it.
Yeah, no, and you were getting
Okay.
everything ready and everything to assemble it.
Yeah. So how do you want to play that?
Well, that's when the crafting tables come into play, since you are making something brand new. The old crafting tables that we've used in the previous campaigns and whatnot.
Which I'm entirely unfamiliar with.
So what happens is, if you want to create something, say your character is like, oh, I'm going to be working on a new suit of armor or anything like that, there's normally a timetable that comes into play with that, and about the amount of time that that it would take to make. Actually, we were going to use stuff in Xanathar's, because there is a Xanathar's there is a section in Xanathar's guide for crafting itself. Give me 1 second here.
Because we've established that I've made my own tinted goggles before, so
Yeah.
it's not like a brand new project. But
Crafting an item 120. I mean, we've got the books, might as well use them.
no, why would you pay money for something that you want to use?
All right, so I need to start reading more of my books. All right, so crafting an item. In addition to the appropriate tools for the item to be crafted, a character needs raw materials worth half the item's selling cost to determine how many work weeks it would take to create an item. Divide its gold piece cost by 50. The character can complete multiple items in a work week if the item's combined cost is 50 GP or lower. Let's see.
I would think this is probably pretty low.
Yeah,
Pair of
it's
goggles.
pretty low. So you've got leather workers tools, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so when you are ready to sit down and make those goggles, it will probably take you about another day, like, to really get them set up and ready to go.
Okay. It's a bit longer than I was hoping for, but okay.
It's the thought that counts.
Because it says work weeks. That's weird.
Yeah, but didn't it say something about divided by 50?
Divided by 50 in the gold
Oh
piece
yeah,
total.
gold piece cost divided by 50. You're correct. And the leather goggles would probably be 2 gold. So, like, yeah, you could probably put some work into it in the morning hours of it, and maybe have it done by noon.
Okay.
That's about right.
Because I'm not about to sit here and divide 50, like, divide all this stuff and then, like, try to, like, level that up or acquire that into
Well,
7 days divided by 25, and then you get 1 per 3, so about a morning.
Sure.
I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone just wants to watch you do math.
I'm bad at
There
math.
are calculators.
I'm awesome at math. So if you
I'm
have
not.
math problems, send them to me. Gives everyone 200 HP. What?
So if you have 99 problems, what are the probabilities that a bitch is one of
Considering one of them is a high elf,
Fair point.
I'd
So,
say 100%.
Does anybody else want to take time to do
Uh,
anything before they head to bed?
That politics book, is that like a generic thing,
It-
or is it
it's-
something
it's-
specific to Visaria?
It's a political thriller. It's a novel.
Oh, I can sell that back to the library.
Yeah.
House of Cards, Volume 1.
I wonder how much of a late fee is on this thing.
Though when you look at it, it is actually from this library.
That means she's been here before.
Mm-hmm. Well, she used to be a resident of the city.
Before my time, then. Before I started working here. If I've never seen her before.
Well, you haven't really seen somebody covered in mold before, so.
It's true. Did she at all seem familiar to me?
Like, she was so mutated and everything by the time, it's like the only thing that you could tell was she had very pale skin from the part of her face that wasn't being consumed by mold.
What about her clothes? Her
They were
attire?
They were tattered.
Tattered and
Yeah.
broken?
Like, you, from what she was wearing and how she looked, you can't put two and two together.
Not like I could find out what kind of, designer and all that kind of stuff. Man,
No,
it's a desert apocalypse.
Yeah,
we ain't got nothing.
No, it was pretty much, it looked like she may have gotten the robe off of a dead body or something and was just wearing it to cover herself.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'll just turn that in when I start work tomorrow.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything, or are you all good to go to bed?
Oh, my meditation's actually outside on the patio,
All right.
waiting for the sun.
After I leave Snit, I go back to the room with my. Well, before I leave, I go thank you, thank you, thank you. I give him a little kiss on the forehead, and then I'll give Chubster a little pat, and then go up to the room with my sister and settle in and start reading the journal.
Ah, okay. So go ahead and give me an investigation roll as you're reading the journal.
I suck at that. All right. Roll high. Yeah, nat 20.
Nice.
For a total of 19.
Still a success. So you begin to, where are you reading it? Are you just like opening to a random page, or are you starting from the beginning?
I think I'll kind of flip through and look for something, like scanning it at first to look for something that looks a little bit more
Juicy.
like interesting. I'm gonna kind of start more towards the, I'll kind of quickly flip through the beginning and go towards the middle, and
Okay.
and because I want to try to get to the end of it.
Okay. So you begin to like flip through pages, everything, kind of like reading the first sentence of everything, and if it doesn't really sound interesting, you just skip it and
Yeah.
keep going. So during your power reading, you do you get a name. Her name was Zarla.
How do you spell it?
Zarla.
Okay.
At one point in time before her mutation, she was a half elven resident of the city who one night heard a strange voice calling out to her from an abandoned building.
Does she name the building?
Yes, it is a building that is on the border of the residential area and the merchant area. It appears, or it sounds like it's an abandoned apartment of some sort. But she heard a voice calling out to her in there, and it was a statue that somebody had left behind. But it began to whisper to her promises of greatness and worship if it were to form a pact with it. And being somebody who felt like they had been overlooked their whole life, quickly said yes.
And does she ever name this entity?
She does not in the beginning of the book, from where you're reading.
Well, okay.
From what you're seeing now, like the entity hasn't really given its name.
Okay.
She just she refers to it as the master.
Okay. And then I do want to like go to the very end and read like the last few entries in full.
Okay. So the remainder of your time is spent reading through that, and you come to an interesting entry in the journal to where it is talking about Zarla's time out in the wastes, making it back into the desert, and then being accosted by a couple Jackdaw. Though due to a couple favorable not interactions, but a couple favorable words that she put through, she was taken back to the camp where the leader's daughter had somehow come down with a case of lycanthropy. And she constantly refers to this girl as Fluffy.
Okay.
And he's been hired, per se, to try to find a cure for the curse that has fallen onto the leader's daughter. But it turns out instead of finding a cure, she's using the blood of Fluffy to infect other people in the city, and means to get revenge against those who previously banished her.
Okay. Does she name any of those that she specifically are on her hit list at all?
Pretty much the city. She wants to see the city burned for it banishing her. Though there are a couple descriptions of people that she's fed the vials to. Or has pretty much previously infected.
And does she list those people?
Yeah, she lists a couple of them. Some of them are just descriptions.
Oh, okay.
Though there are a couple named people on there. And one of them that is named is Joy's father.
Okay. One that she successfully infected?
That she infected, but the notes underneath it say that there was a rare reaction to it, to where it just killed him. He didn't turn or anything of that matter. It just killed his heart.
And did she say anything about working with anybody else?
Just the Jackdaw.
Just the Jackdaw?
Yeah, she mentions that the Jackdaw have been wonderful lackeys, bringing her numerous test subjects anytime she needs them.
Okay. All right. Is that all I get?
Yeah.
Cool. It's a lot. I'm gonna, as I'm reading and my sister's focusing on what she's doing, every now and then I'm gonna like, Sarah or Nyrix, this, and then I'll be quiet for a while. And she was doing this. And I found out what happened to Joy's father.
And the second she says that, I'm just like, yeah, we need to go see the body.
So I give basically my sister knows everything, and I say, should I inform everyone now or wait till the morning?
I would wait till breakfast.
Okay. Oh, I'm sleepy. I'm gonna go to bed now. I think I got what I can from this book for tonight. I'll look at it a little more closely later, though.
Okay. Thank you for your help. And she's gonna like awkwardly pat you on the back. Like, thanks for helping.
Good job, Syra.
Envelops you in a really uncomfortable hug and gives you a little
like,
kiss in the cheek, and then Simon does those little like tongue, and then like they both curl up and go to sleep.
She just awkwardly takes the hug, like, yeah, I know.
Like,
You actually hear from the patio, "Good job, Syra."
what?
Just a monotone, like, "Good job, Syra." And you see me out there just like in a pose.
I didn't know you were out there.
No response.
Okay, well, I guess one of them knows already.
Good night, Syra.
Good night.
All right.
Can I go out to where she's at?
Mm-hmm. And when you walk out onto like the small balcony of the top part of the library, it has a beautiful view of the city itself, as you can see various lights in everything from the city below and out into the higher parts of the city and the guild ring and the residential areas. And there's just a very soft desert breeze coming in through the desert itself. And it's just very peaceful and relaxing out here.
I kind of decide to curl up out on the patio because it feels really nice and it's outside. And
You'll catch a cold.
I'll be fine. But wait, does it get really cold?
It's not really cold, but it's a very cool breeze coming in. So,
Okay.
Being somebody who's lived in the mountains and has had travels through the desert, this is normal for you.
That's what I thought. So, and I'm gonna give Reiju an awkward hug as well while she's in her statue position. Like, good night.
Oh, by the way, something I learned when I was reading up on hazards. If you are
Food.
Hazards.
Thanks, Cassie.
Thank you, I love you. Something I learned about hazards. If you are resistant to fire, you can't suffer heat stroke.
Wait,
This is true.
Get heat stroke. We don't get heat stroke.
Like you don't suffer the negatives of traveling through a desert.
It kind
Go
of
tieflings.
explains.
Go tieflings.
It kind of explains your similarness to a witcher, just being able to ignore most of the elements. Like, just tracking.
Yeah, I believe that goes for most kind of environmental related resistances. Like if you're resistant to cold,
You can't freeze.
frostbite doesn't really
Yep.
affect you that way. So it's pretty neat.
Yeah. So if like you're resistant to cold or you're resistant to fire, you don't take any negative nature effects, like natural effects, like overexposure or something of that matter. It may be uncomfortable for you, but at the same time, it's not a threat to your life.
good to know. Yep. And yep, she just goes to sleep after giving awkward hugs to those she
It's like-
sees.
Have a nice night.
I'm weird.
Out of character, I'm not sure I like robotic Reiju.
She's in a trance, so a lot of what she's saying is just automatic. Like she understands semi-consciously what's going on out there,
Did
but she
like,
doesn't.
grab you, like throw you out
She
of your
does still
chair?
feel that. She still feels that. She feels the body warmth, and then she also like has automatic responses that are just like, "Oh yeah, I understood what you said.
Beep
Thank you."
boop, punch the things.
Yeah, the trance is very weird for elves.
Mhm. All right.
All right.
So unless anybody wants to do anything else, we can move into the next day.
Woohoo.
Sorry, I'm starving.
Go for it.
That's fine.
Nom that stuff.
A few hours later.
Quite
So-
literally, actually.
In the morning before we meet up with everyone, Sarah's gonna pull her sister aside, like try to get away from Reiju and everyone else.
Oh, I'm already gone by the time you wake up.
Okay, good.
I'm out on a
She's
run.
still meditating out there.
No.
I'm gonna kind of wake Nerix up and like, hey sis,
Mm-hmm.
you know how Reiju showed us her symbol, and was saying that she was looking for answers.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that we should share with the group what we're looking for? Do we have any leads on Dad? Like,
No, I think we should go pay that.
Joraduk.
the hands guy?
No. Yeah, I think we, since we have a lot of time to kill today with a couple of errands in between, I wanted to go actually pay him a visit.
Okay.
He seems to have an ear out for the whole city, so see if he's heard any rumors.
That'd be good. But do you think we should tell our friends? I mean, maybe they're not our friends yet, but I don't know. I'll leave it to you. You know how I get. I like, you always said I had trust issues, meaning like I trust everybody, and I know that bothers you.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it so freely. Yeah, no, I'm not planning on telling them. If they ask, I'm telling them I'm looking for a person.
Okay, I'll follow your lead, sis.
Okay.
It kind of just reminded me of why we actually came here in the first place, and
Well, it sounds like we have someone that may hold some information, so if you want to come with, I think we should go. Callie, unfortunately, will have to come, but maybe she'll just stand outside.
she doesn't seem to want to get involved in much anyway.
Oh, good. She can stand outside. That way she's still technically watching us,
Okay.
but we get some privacy.
Well, we should probably let the others know about what I read about. Did you find out anything with what you were working on?
Yeah, actually, kind of goes with what you were saying last night. This little guy right here is a slap together what they think is their version of the lichen curse that they are forcing upon people. I didn't read far enough to see where they got it from, but apparently it has an actual lichen's blood in it.
Oh, that was probably the daughter of the Jackdaw leader, then, Fluffy.
That's what I'm thinking.
She never even referred to her by her real name that I saw. It was kind of rude.
Yeah, the notes didn't say anything either, just that it got it from a lichen. Didn't even say it was a female.
I wonder what kind of lichen she is.
Well, Fluffy stereotypically is a dog's name, so maybe just a typical werewolf, but
yeah,
some people consider were-rats fluffy.
Or a
And I mean, so far from what we've seen, we've only seen a were-rat, so she could actually have been a were-rat unless it mutated to the point to where this picks for you. I don't know, and I don't really want to test it, but we'll have to do some more reading. I still have a lot left of this book before yeah, I think when we go visit, since we're planning to anyway, go visit the healing hall, that we should I want to take a sample of his blood, because something mutated in him that was different, as the book confirmed. And
yeah, she said it killed him. She wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, it turned into a poison, but the curse itself, from what I understand, is a poison in itself, but for it to mutate strangely, according to their notes, I don't know what happened. So if I can just get even just a couple drops of his blood, I think I could maybe do some more research, but well, at least we know what killed him.
Yeah. And it's a good thing they didn't get a hold of Joy, because if they tried to make Joy drink that stuff, since she has her father's blood, might have just killed her too.
Maybe. But she also has her mother's blood mixed in there, and maybe it would have caused something else entirely.
True. Well,
But we'll find out more.
See what the rest of the group thinks, yeah?
Yeah, that sounds good. All right, let's go downstairs.
All right.
So the moment Snit wakes up, he's going to start trying to assemble the goggles.
Okay.
And he's going to continue to do so until somebody tells him we need to leave.
All right. So if you work uninterrupted, you should have them done by noon. But Reiju's out on her morning run. Is everybody else still in the apartment when Nerix and Sarah come down?
Yeah, I'm in my room putting this together.
Okay.
Yeah.
In my
Callum's also-
makeshift crafting tables.
also in her room, and the door is shut, but she is still in there.
Syra's gonna knock on Cal's door.
There is no response.
Cal, we have information you probably want to know about. I read a thing, and it was really interesting about the crazy lady, the mushroom lady. Do you want to know about it, or should I just keep talking at the door? Are you hungry?
Just give
We
me,
also have
give
some
me,
places
give me a
to
moment.
go.
I'll be out.
Okay, we have a list. We have places to go as well via Nurek, so we need you to take us there. But so will you hurry up because I have a lot of things.
I'm trying.
Okay. I'll go.
There's a lot of shuffling of papers on the other side of the door. And after a moment or so, it swings open. And she steps out.
Is there anyone else in the place?
I'd say I'd eventually come back.
Yeah, Snit sits in his room. Mina would normally be there, but Mina hasn't returned from the Healers Guild yet.
Okay.
And Zelark has his own apartment.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
People actually live here, okay?
so
And there's no actual doors. It's the beaded stuff, right?
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
yeah, because there are no doors because there's hardly any wood.
That's right.
oh, then I just knocked on the side of the beads. Like,
I was gonna say, just take the beads like when you're a kid, just
Just
group them
shake
all
'em.
up and just shake them.
Yeah, we'll do it this way. At some point, Cal took the sheet off the bed and hung it up over the doorway.
There you go.
Doesn't stop the sound of the shaking.
I was about to say, I can totally see Sierra sticking just her head through the sheet of beads and just, Cal?
Just swishing them around. Hello. There we go. Yeah.
Hey, this is a D&D stream, not an ASMR. Just saying, come on.
I'm just doing some Foley.
So
we start using an old school radio sound stage for like radio stories, you know?
We're becoming that group.
Yeah.
So yeah, Syra will fill Cal in on everything she read.
okay. Does Zelark go to the apartment in the morning to meet up with everyone?
No, I go and I start setting up my stall.
Oh, okay. You start peddling your wares.
Yep.
Okay.
Wants to make money today.
Again, I'm trying
He's got
to.
weapons. He's got weapons now.
Yes.
It's not just spoons.
It wasn't
And
just
coasters.
spoons. I had coasters too.
Handcrafted spoons and coasters.
Which really sucks
And
because
weapons.
the player in me wants it, but Nerix doesn't give a shit. But I'm like, but I want them. What do you got?
Check out this nifty new knife that I cut my bread with. Oh.
I assume since there are no actual doors to
You can hear
help
everyone
muffle
talking.
smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless somebody's trying to like intentionally trying to keep things down and not have other people listen in. Like the acoustics in the apartment, like if somebody's talking, everyone can hear it.
Right. So I'm just gonna scroll a little letter together and hand it off to Cal and say, I need you to deliver this to Retro if you can, or if you can't, hand it off to someone who will. And I'll give her an electrum in case she needs to like pay somebody to actually deliver it.
Okay. Is this like an as soon as possible type of thing?
Just to
Okay. Consider it done.
Run, little
Thank
warrior,
you.
run.
So
I'll send you.
So-
Are you a
Syra-
roadrunner?
There was heavy Roadrunner inspiration.
I still like ostrich. They're
Not
faster.
an ostrich
So,
person.
Syra, are you informing everyone of what you read last night?
Yeah. So I'm not holding anything back from what I read.
Okay.
I'm letting them know at all.
So
Juicy.
Snit at this Snit would hear the information pertaining to the werewolf and everything like that.
And I chime in every once in a while talking about how like they're using this
formula from her blood and Fluffy's blood
and
all that
how
stuff.
and how Joy's father was infected with it, and it just up and killed him.
Yeah, and I even explained that the vial I got was in fact this formula that they created.
Hey, we solved the mystery. We know what happened to Joy's father.
Now to deal with the problem. There's still half of them out there, from what that woman was saying.
Well, I mean, they didn't really know. They thought that she was creating a cure for that girl, but she was really using them as pawns to do her own experiments with, and we kind of killed her. So I think we kind of did take care of the problem.
We need to find this Fluffy, because it sounds like Fluffy's still around.
Well, what's wrong with a werewolf or whatever she is? We can't do anything about it. I can't cure that, I don't think.
No, but I know a way to.
Oh.
I'm just gonna leave it at that. You don't need to know.
Well, maybe they'll pay money for you to cure her.
Maybe. Maybe.
I'm so glad I'm not
Minotaur
there.
Maybe. We'll put a pin in that. Yeah, maybe. Mm-hmm.
Put some sort of pin in that. Holy
Oh,
hell.
Syra.
You have arrows.
Maybe
Put a pin in it.
The Mina special.
And let them know about what we figured out.
Yeah, we should. I mean, I think he's on the way to the Healer's Hall. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know, but.
Speaking of the Healer's Hall, Mina. Probably probably about an hour before the sun comes up, you see the final two, or the two healers that were in the hall with you leave, leaving you and Joy alone in the building itself.
We'll go to the back room.
Okay.
Is there? And I'm looking for like notes on like what they mentioned, like what I overheard, like experiment.
Give me a investigation roll.
No, I did not. That's a 4.
Oof.
You find some notes, but it's all medical jargon.
Okay.
Nothing pertaining to Joy's father or to the were-rat or anything like that.
Is there anything in the back room that seems like out of place for like medicinal supplies?
Well, the back room that you're in is mainly treated as like the area to prepare deceased bodies.
Okay.
This isn't really like the like where you would keep all the pharmaceutical stuff.
All right. I'm gonna go look for the pharmaceuticals.
All right, give me another investigation roll. I'm gonna steal all the drugs.
Ooh, that's a 16.
All right, you wander about a little bit and you do find a locked room. That
Locked?
yeah, and it has a next to it's got a small little plaque that does say curatives on it.
Is there like an office where they might keep keys?
There's a front desk at the front of the hall.
I go and check the front desk.
Try as you might, you don't find a key. Which makes you
How-
believe that anyone who has the key is probably those who work at the hall itself.
All right. How sturdy does this lock look?
It looks like a door.
Oh, okay, so it's a door.
It's a door. Which right then and there kind of like makes you think that this area, this hut, has doors. It has specific wooden doors. Unlike the other areas in the city that have beads and whatnot for people to come in,
Yeah.
they have secure doors here.
Can I like credit card open the lock like with the sword?
Do you have a credit card?
Well, no, like you know what I mean. But like when you like slide in the like 2 cards to try and like.
The blade, your blade is too thick to slide in between the door and the
Okay.
and the hinge itself.
All right. Can I try and? I'm trying to bring down the door. Oh man, but I'm not strong at all. Shit.
You gonna judgment cut the door?
I can't. I'm not level 13. Can I? Yeah, I'm gonna run up and like drop kick the door, like right down to like the middle.
All right. Give me a just a strength roll.
Make it good. Make it good. Come on.
3.
Oh,
I just
So you
blocked
run
the door.
and you drop kick this door, and it is sturdier than you thought. As there's just a thud, and you just land on your ass.
Clank.
I just had an idea laying on the floor. Is there any space like underneath from like the floor?
There's a little bit of a space.
Could I leverage the door out of its hinges?
Using
The sword?
You could try, but if you fail, you may end up damaging your blade.
I mean that blade's gonna get melted anyway. So yeah, I'll try and do that.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another strength attempt to try to jostle this thing off of its hinges.
15.
15. Try as you might, you lift and you lift and you lift. The door remains. Can you give me a? It's a longsword, right?
Yeah, it's a longsword.
Can you give me a durability DC check here?
Alright. I just have to make 11.
12.
Or 12. Yeah, I got a 13.
Okay, so your sword is fine, but try as you might, this door just seems to be super sturdy. Like, whatever is on the other side, they definitely do not want you to get into.
I just go back to with Joy and wait for
Pet GIF.
for other people.
Now, there is, like, when you're in the back room, there is also that body that was in...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
just
so
to
I
remind
go
you.
back there, and I'm gonna go examine, see for anything that might be.
All right, so
if
you
it's just dead.
you pull the thing back, and it is Bertrand, Joy's father.
Okay.
And he's dead, of course, but his skin is like completely grayed, as if like the blood has already been drained from the body, as it maybe has already started going through processing before the funeral. But aside from that, there aren't any wounds on his body aside from the black lines around his lips, kind of like what you saw from the were-rat.
Yeah.
And then the veins on his arm are a little blackened as well.
Is there any blood samples around? Or
Not in this room, no.
is there any other rooms in here, or is this just it?
There's an adjoining room that has that's only separated by beads.
All right, I'll head in there.
And when you head in there, you find 3 different bodies. One of them is the middle-aged woman who was the were-rat. Then you have a dwarf and a human, all of which seem to have those strange black vein-like markings on their bodies.
Okay. So it's safe to assume these were all were-rat people, whatever.
It is safe to assume that whatever befell the were-rat befell them as well.
Yeah. And there's no blood samples?
Nope, all of them again are gray.
Okay.
So whatever whatever was in their blood has already been drained out.
God damn it! If only the blood mage was here.
The blood mage.
Uh,
Wrong game.
Look,
As
she
Theo will
did
remember
blood
this.
magic. She's a blood mage. So yeah. So
I accept this.
I'll just go ahead and is there anything further that I can investigate from the bodies, like for any wounds? Obviously the rat one stabbed.
Give me a
shit,
medicine
but-
check.
Yeah. Okay. 9 plus. 12.
12.
Yeah.
The other bodies all have puncture wounds over their heart.
And Bertrand didn't have a puncture wound
Nope.
on his heart?
Bertrand had no wounds on his body.
Okay.
And the were-rat, like you said, had been stabbed all hell because of you guys.
Yeah.
But
What
the other
came up
bodies
with
have a singular wound that all is over their heart. And judging from the hole, it looks to be maybe that of a thin blade or a crossbow bolt.
I am running back to Joy and checking her chest. Just to make sure she doesn't have
She's
a
completely
puncture wound.
fine. She has no wounds on her whatsoever.
Alright, then at this point I'm waiting for everybody else to get here.
Okay. So the everyone else, once the morning meeting and everything is done, what are the plans?
So, before we decide anything and head out on any adventures here, I knew what our plans were roughly for today, like where we needed to go, what we needed to do. So what Callie was doing in her room that morning was, with her proficiency with calligraphy and history with knowing the permits and such of the city, she was basically creating forgery, a fake permit that grants us permission to see the bodies in the healer's place, and she has signed it with both Jared's signature and also Advia's signature.
Okay.
And she does have paperwork on her with both of those signatures on it that
Yes.
she can use for reference.
Does. So
This was the long game.
Go
That's
ahead-
why I've
go
been
ahead
asking
and-
for this paperwork from people.
go ahead and
But
give me a what is deception based off? Charisma?
Charisma.
Deception is based off of charisma, but I mean, it's a written document. I'm proficient with calligraphy. I have references on hand.
It was
So
an
I would say
intelligence check
use
from
your
me.
calligraphy set using charisma
Okay.
with advantage because you do have the papers with you.
This is going to be a straight roll then, because my charisma is -2, proficiency is +2.
Nice. Straight roll.
I'll take it. That's a 19.
You make an almost perfect copy of both signatures.
Awesome. Okay. And
You even
that was
remember the one important thing that every official document has, and you seal it with a signet.
perfect. And that was the shuffling of papers that Syra heard as Callie was getting ready. She just shoved
Callie
them all
over
in her
here
bag.
breaking the law.
Callie pulling a better Reiju than Reiju.
I'm proud of her though. Just wish I knew about it as a character.
As a character.
It'll
I almost said
only
player,
come
and I was
out
like,
if we
wait.
need it.
Wait.
Am I the player?
Am I paying attention? Am
Did I
the
really do
dice?
that?
Well, way back when we first realized that we had to go in there, Callie did say, "Oh, I can get us in there."
You did.
Yeah.
Yep.
You slabbered, you.
Really quick, just a side note. I know you don't have like the bird beak, but when you were talking about drinking soup earlier, I was totally thinking of the scene from the original Dark Crystal movie when they drink soup and the guy's just like and just blows bubbles in it.
Perfect.
Oh no.
I was like, wait, she doesn't have a beak. Never mind.
Or the little bird toy that just goes down and drinks the water and comes back up.
Yep.
But Dark Crystal is where my mind went. Anyway,
Y'all know why that toy exists, right?
because of Dark Crystal.
No, the toy that dips in and then it goes up. It copies the bird's motions of gravity. They don't have the ability to swallow.
Birds don't know. Oh, so it's a mockingbird.
Oh.
Like, look at me, bitch. Gravity.
All right. So once the forgery happens and everyone has had the morning meeting, where is everyone heading out to?
At first, I'll come back and realize that a couple people are gone.
You would probably arrive as like the morning discussion was wrapping up.
All right, then I would probably get filled in, and then I would also make breakfast from what I've got for myself, and then just carry a bowl of food with me the rest of the day. And I'll let the lady or the man who owns the library, runs the library, know that I'll just be a little busy.
Okay. And the person who runs the library is a gnome.
Ah, so just like my pastor. All right.
And her name is Glamphy.
Glamphy. Glamphy.
Glamphi.
Phi. Almost had it. All right.
Fantasy spelling.
Yes.
Thank you, name generator.
Yeah. She sparkles, I bet. All right. And I'll go talk to Glamphy and let her know.
And she's an older looking gnome. She's got like very large, like Coke bottle glasses, everything. She's kind of hunched over, but
we're both bad at seeing things in the day.
But she still moves pretty well. She's still able to get everything set up and like maintain this library every day.
Yeah, I walk through the aisles and find her and just kind of explain what's going on as far as like where I'm going to be. Like I've got this place to go to, and I'm probably gonna have to go talk to the judges at some point.
Oh, that's okay, dear. You work enough as it is. You've earned some time off. Have fun with your friends.
I'll try to. Just remember, always 3 points on a ladder when you use it. Okay, bye.
She waves to you.
Sweet young lady. And I'll walk out the front door and just kind of meet up with everyone on the way over to, I guess where are we going first?
We going to Jared's first? Is that what we're doing?
The barracks?
Why do we need to go there? We already told him everything apart from...
Yeah.
Well, he's the one that made me read everything.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
not that I wasn't going to anyway, but he was lazy.
I think
We
he
should
was
go find Minako first and tell her what happened, because she seemed really upset over what happened with Joy and her dad. I kind of want her to have that moment.
Well, we were going to go to the healing hall anyway. Isn't that where she said she was going?
Yeah,
Might still be there.
That's why I think we should go there first, so that she's not tortured so much anymore. We can give her answers.
Okay. Yeah, let's go over there.
All right, so
Birds, as they say.
So you all heading to the healer's hall first?
Yeah.
All right.
How much time was I able to put in?
I would say around this time. Let me ask you this: how long? What time did you wake up in the morning? Was it just like crack of dawn? You were up and started working on the goggles.
You an early bird?
Probably.
Okay, so around this time where everyone is heading out, it's probably around 9 o'clock. So you probably got a good 3 hours in on the goggles.
How many more hours do I have left? Probably 2.
3. Yeah, because like I
Yeah,
said,
'cause
you'll
he
be
said
done by
till
noon.
noon.
So you've got another 3 hours worth of work to put into those.
Okay.
Okay, so it'll just be the
right.
4 of us, or is Snit deciding to come along with us? Or everyone's coming with us? I don't know.
It seemed pretty busy and adamant about making stuff, so
Okay.
let him
Well,
have his.
I don't.
fun.
Well,
Yes.
Snit, are you going with them, or are you going to stay and work on the goggles?
They told me their itinerary, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we would.
Yeah.
You don't have to go
gonna
back to the
actually
shop.
stay.
Yes. Split the group. Okay, you're
I'm
gonna
gonna
stay.
stay and work.
We already
Okay.
did that
Yeah.
last night.
All right. So you all begin to head down throughout the city and through the merchants district and past the tannery, and you do come across Zelark's stall. Zelark has like a rather happy look on his face as Zelark, you made 100 electrum today off of all of the
Hell yeah.
weapons. Like those weapons sold almost instantly. Nobody bought any spoons or coasters, but
Oh,
I don't care.
the swords and the bows and everything, you made about 100 electrum off of all of that.
I'm rich, bitch.
Along
Are
the
you though?
I'm gonna ask Cal to help me look out for a shop that might sell an herbalism kit because I have proficiency in it. I just don't have any.
I will help her keep an eye out for one.
You do know that there is one place that does deal in herbal and medicinal needs, and it's a shop called the Twister of Tea Leaves.
Okay. If I can kind of direct our path past it on the way to the healer's place.
It's past the Healers Guild.
Oh, it's past. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Well, I'll let her
nearby
know that
because
then.
that's where like the guild itself gets all its stuff
that
from.
makes sense. Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah.
After then.
Okay. So around that time, Mina, you see Zelark, are you joining your friends, or are you gonna still try to Billy Mays some spoons?
I'll join them.
Okay.
Because at that point, it's a
All
good
the
day.
important stuff is
All the
sold.
important stuff is sold, yeah. Okay. So
Yeah,
the
just
group,
let me know when I should be about done with this,
All right.
and I'll head out and start trying to figure out where they might be. But,
gotcha.
yep.
So you walk into the Healers Guild, and Mina, you see your friends walk in. Everyone sees Mina. She's got kind of like
I
dark
rush
cir-
straight for Nirix.
and you see that she's got like dark circles under her eyes, kind of like letting you know that she hasn't really slept. But she's got a very panicked look on her face.
Chill, buddy. Chill.
Oh.
You don't look so good.
Shut up, Nirix.
Rude.
I overheard 2 of the clerics, were they?
Healers.
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 Mhm.
Mention experiments, blood, humble fury, and daughter. Come. And
Okay.
I was like, grabbed the teas. Like, this looked like regular tea, but this is all they gave her. Do you know poisons, right?
I do actually. Yeah.
Can you take a look? And I hand her the cup of tea.
Huh?
Give me a
And
medicine check.
I will. Yep.
And also, I saw the bodies. Bertrand has like his veins are all black. I saw the body of the were-rat.
Mm-hmm.
Along with 2 other bodies. They all have puncture wounds over their heart.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Quick thing before I examine this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it may not look like it, but her father was also injected with that serum to force the lichen curse upon these people, but his blood didn't accept it and instead killed him, which
Where was
probably
he
explains the
injected?
veins.
I didn't see any wounds.
They made him drink it.
They made him drink it, and I'll pull out the vial.
Okay.
Like,
Also,
Yeah.
Nirix, just give that to me. I need 10 minutes and I can find out definitively if this is poison. It's the thing I can do.
All right.
All right.
I take it back
Let the
from
druid do
her,
the
and
druid
then
things.
I take the
I
cup
do
back
poisons
from.
too.
I take the cup back from Nirix and hand it to
Can I assist her since I do poisons as well?
I need assistance. I just need 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's a ritual. I think you're casting a
2
ritual,
damn
right?
long. No kidding.
But yeah, 10 minutes pass, no poison whatsoever. It's just your basic sleepy time tea.
This is just normal sleepy tea. Sorry.
Just a very heavy dose.
Okay, so like you just see like relief just go over Minako's
Yeah,
face.
she's fine. Don't worry about it.
Maybe they just
I-
wanted to keep her sedated through herbal means.
I just kind of hold my bowl of food over to Mina, like, you might want some of this.
I am going to kill every last jackdaw.
Well, good. We've only killed half of them.
I mean, they didn't really know about. They thought that she was trying to find a cure for the.
I
Jackdaw
don't
fever daughter.
care. It's guilty by association.
They didn't know.
Mina,
You said you saw their bodies.
Yeah, they're back there.
All right. Can you show me?
Yeah.
I'll go.
And I walk into the first room where like that's Bertrand.
So while you're walking through the hall, it's very weird because around this time of day there should be somebody, working the healer's hall.
Hey,
Just
But it's
wondering
empty.
about that.
It's
Hey, you're
completely
ridiculous.
empty.
Yeah, that was my next question. I'm like, how many people are we able to squeeze by without them stopping us?
Yeah, nobody here.
Since there's
That makes
nobody
my job
around,
easier.
do I see any herbalism kits kind of like just laying around?
You know
or
what? Give me an investigation roll. Give me an
Any
investigation
healing
roll.
potions?
Are we adding larceny to the charge?
Yeah, I'm getting fucking healing potions. Are there healing potions anywhere?
No healing
I mean,
potions.
Damn it.
There's already a murder charge. We might as well go full ham.
Right.
It's
you
not
know,
murder if it's justified.
He was
Yeah,
unconscious and tied
You
up.
got a 12?
12?
You see that there is a Corseal, thank you for the follow. There is a kit sitting on the nightstand where the teacup was for the sleepy time tea for Joy. There's just a kit sitting right there.
Not anymore. It's not.
Okay.
Fuck healing joy.
Alright,
Um,
Nirix this way.
Oh god, is that how they stabilize?
I'm going
Sleepy
to
time
stay
tea?
out in the hallway
Okay.
where the desk is and just kind of keep my eyes open.
Okay.
Staring.
And while you guys go out, the rest of you go into the back room where the body is being held.
Yeah. And then I point to the other adjacent room where
Wait,
people were
When you
at.
walk in, the body is no longer there.
Oh, frick.
What?
All right, where is it?
Said there were bodies. These aren't bodies.
They're just slabs.
Yeah, I don't know if you got confused or maybe you were. Are you feeling okay? She goes and touches her forehead.
It's just you're just feeling scales on the forehead.
It just like
Feels a little warm.
But I'm used to lizards. Like you feel actually kind of normal. Okay.
I draw my sword.
Okay.
Whoa.
Is there? And I check the room where the other three were at.
Bodies are gone.
Did you see them walk out with them?
No, I've been up all night.
And then you notice off tucked in the corner of this room there is another door. A door, not
Yes,
Beads.
I didn't see that last night.
This is what happens when you don't get a full night's rest.
When
Yeah.
Mina draws her sword, I palm a dart.
What are we fighting? Is there a fight happening? Am I?
and
hearing
while
fight?
all this is happening, Reiju, front of just walking right into the front of the hall are 4 Jackdaw. All of them having masks up over their face, and when they see you,
I
they
smile
all
back.
draw their weapons.
Oh, good. The other quarter of them are
And
here.
then
I
you see one of them. You see one of them run their hand across the blade, and blood just kind of drips down it, and then the blade lights up in flame. And that is
Hey!
where
I
we are
open
going
up-
to end.
Oh,
so to
I'm
speak.
gonna say something really cool.
And
Hey!
I open the pouch on my side and grab the other 10 sashes
So
Try us. Pom pom pom.
this is where we are going to end for this week, because some people need to head out early for family related stuff. It's all good.
Sorry.
I
I don't want to, but I do.
But yeah, it's
I
It's
had
a good
Judgment
place
Cut,
to
they'd
start.
all be dead.
it's a if you had Judgment Cut.
Love this game. It's so much fun.
Is it Cast 3? That's us. Yes.
Cast 4.
Cast 3.
No, Cast 3.
Cast 3. Cast 4 is the other Saturday game.
I still need to read that spell book without Callie in the room.
I feel like Minako walking out of Joy's room is like that picture of Daniel Radcliffe with the 2 guns.
That works. But thank you so much for tuning in tonight, or today, I should say. It's not even tonight, everyone.
Used to nighttime streams.
we will be back on Monday for more of our Mass Effect game, Mass Effect Horizons. And then on Tuesday, we'll be back again for more Destiny Forged. Both Monday and Tuesday are at 7:30 Pacific time. And then on Saturday will be episode 2 of Wayward Wanderers, which is our Pathfinder 2 campaign that Azerin is running for us. Some circus shenanigans are definitely about. Oh, thank you. I forgot to do the shows. We do have a YouTube channel if this is your first time here and you want to catch up on any previous episodes, as well as we have a DBH store now up and running, to where you can get some very fancy looking Mimsy 6 stickers. So we're gonna head out for now, guys, so everyone can get to their required family events, and we will catch you guys on Monday for more Mass Effect Horizons. Till then, have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.